So we formed basically a mercenary quick party to try to capture a bounty on a exiled lord that the king wants dead or alive, as he's considered an illegitimate king by some, but he took the throne by force for others. And we went to the sewers for what we consider to be his known hiding place, where I forget her name, was the sister of this exiled lord that was the rightful king. We encountered him and basically struck a bargain that we would use him as bait to lure out the enforced current king to basically dethrone him and put him in his place.
Sounds great. Sounds like you totally got it. His name, basically the heir to an illegitimate heir to the throne. His name is Thomas Viggal, a part of House Viggal, the fallen house of Stormbrook. Ian Parnish, now the king of Stormbrook, has basically taken over in the king's position after the king fell suddenly ill. You guys have debated it, and Cece kind of did a really good conversation role with you guys were kind of debating. Thomas Viggal is a little bit hesitant to join you. You guys want to take him back to the Scarlet Wolves, to put him away there, basically to safe house him, I guess. He's a little trepid about this, but he has about 3 or 4 men with him. But basically, CC was like, well, we're outlaws just like you, and so you should join us. And that's kind of where we left off. Does anybody else want to say anything or do anything? And not a small note, just a little bit more story, is Cece is the capo of the Scarlet Wolves, and Istra is she's watching Istra, which is sort of a soldier in this mafia-style organization. Why don't we actually go around the table and maybe do a character description? Is that what we missed last game?
Do you already have Tailspire up?
I
Is
do.
it the same code as last time, or is it a different code?
What I'll do is, I think it's a different code. The code expires, so you have to have Tailspire loaded up, and then I click Summon Players to the board. But just try to load it up and get to that point where it's like I can just summon you, and then hopefully it'll just import you in.
Oh, I thought I needed to put the code again. Okay.
I don't think so. You want me to put a new code in there for you?
No, I got it.
Cool.
You're right.
Awesome.
All right.
There you go, Cece. You're in.
Yay.
What do you... Cece, what do you look like?
Okay. So Cece is she kind of looks a little slightly intimidating. She's the leader, not a leader, but like a sub-leader almost of, a group within the Thieves Guild. And so she has like an air of authority to her. She has black hair, mid-long length. She is dressed kind of like, it's kind of like that Italian mafia kind of style, you know what I mean? Like, because like
Windbreakers?
Sure, yeah, it kind of like, it's almost like a tux, except for
Yo,
women.
Vito!
Yeah, like Italian, kind of like Italian mafia kind of style. Like, it's kind of like that, and she has her dual pistols that she has up to her side at all times.
One of the pistols is jammed until you repair it.
You're correct.
Yeah. I read up on some of those rules. Why don't we go
Yeah.
to Exodus? What does
All right.
Exodus look like?
So 6'3", 260 pounds built, dark blue skin with piercing intense orange eyes, only parted by bright blue sticks for his pupils. I've got wide jaw, brooding shoulders, basically extremely strength built. And you would probably notice my hands are discolored to a lighter blue color just from excessive wear and use. And I just wear a simple chainmail armor and a large broadsword.
You use a two-handed greatsword, right, or something like that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you have any markings on you?
Yeah, I've got a couple scars on my face that you would notice. Just down the center of my head and one on the side of my cheek.
Kind of a hard life.
Yeah. At least for others.
Decillion, what about you?
So I'm about 3 foot tall, halfling. I have long, bund up hair, and I have like a bright blue eye. I wear like a lavender fabric, typically like some of the like lavender fabric that's really baggy and open and free, but it's kind of, if you look at the back, it's like clipped up with like sea-like metal pins to keep it together. And there's the pants is pretty much the same, but not baggy enough where like it causes hindrance of moving, but it just gives me that openness to it.
Kung Fu
It's
pants.
Yeah, and there's some form of like dark fiber that's like twisted together that goes around it, so it keeps it all together.
Like a makeshift belt?
Yeah, pretty much. How
Like a rope belt?
Mm-hmm.
Very humble. Ishta, right? Istra.
Yes. So Istra is actually, her first name is Mina, and she is actually one of the daughters of this disposed house. And when the house fell, she went to the head of the Thieves Guild, and made a deal with her where she in turn turned her into a damp heir, which is like a day walking vampire, as kind of payment for her help.
Protection.
Yes,
Yeah, she could probably use you, right?
absolutely.
Somehow.
I've been well trained in a castle.
I mean, you're not a male heir, so you're not a direct descendant to the throne, but
No.
definitely you probably have some leverage of some kind. Adeline, what do you look like? Well, wait, before we go back, what do you look like? It's Istra. Or Mina.
I look like me.
You just look like the costume. I love it.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. Adeline.
Representing.
So Adeline.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Adeline. Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so there you go. Adeline wears sort of like a tavern wrench sort of top, like a very flowy thing with sort of a bodice that's made out of like leather and fabric, and so it's a little bit of armor. Easy pants to like move around in and stuff. So like just your classic things. She has a little bit of like side leather armor, and she wears boots that have a bit of a heel in it because of fashion reasons.
Kind of like Cece.
Yeah, kind of like Cece. But in particular, she has very vibrant blue eyes, and in her like very black hair, she has streaks of hair that's been dyed different shades of blue. What is very interesting is that tied around her belt, around her waist, with a series of like sort of a chain belt, there is a small, ornate-looking orb of like an ornate lantern stuff that, when she starts using magic, starts releasing this bluish incense-like smoke that is related to her own powers. And yeah, she wears very like sort of dangly earrings that have a lot of excess on it that probably weighs way too much, but she does it anyways because
big hoop earrings.
Cool. Big hoop earrings that also have like some feathers and some chains, and that's hooked up from one area to another. It's a little bit too much, but she likes the aesthetics of it.
Like a very eclectic look, almost.
Yeah, like very eclectic good look, exactly.
Like crazy cat lady, or more like exotic?
More exotic, more.
Because I think about the pants and stuff. I think about it being like almost like Persian silk pants. Am I totally off on that?
Yeah, no, that'd be like a good thing. Like easy pants to move around in, but she also has strapped like leather panels around her thighs and stuff that's kind of protects it because Adeline is the daughter of two kind of well-known adventurers. It's a cleric and a paladin of the god of mercy. Uh, and they went around in her childhood healing people, helping people, and she has some lingering parent issues because of that. That's the best way to sum it up. And unfortunately, when you are an adventurer and you bring home interesting loot, sometimes that loot is probably not a good idea to leave around to the daughter that is a little impressionable and also having issues. So, stuff happens. She also has
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
yeah. She also has nails that are way too long to be like any sort of sense and stuff.
I like it.
Like just long enough. They're not like super dragon lady claws, but they are a little bit longer than they need to be sort of a cleric. And they have this very like neon blue that also is like sapphire that kind of changes depending on what light is hitting it.
The dim torchlight of the sewers of Stormbrook
Yeah.
obscure most things, even the glimmer of your thing. What's up?
Yeah.
And the, of course, dingy sewer mist that just floats around.
Yeah,
That doesn't help.
No. She also has very the makeup she wears on her eyes is sort of like as if the best way to describe it is if you took a blue liquid liner and then rubbed it with water, and so it's kind of very smudgy and stuff. And that's kind of what she wears.
A little creepy.
There's definitely like a blue is her color of choice.
I like it. Okay. Cool. We are... The flicker of the candlelight illuminates very little. Exiting the dragonborn muscle, really, is his torch in one hand, illuminates the hallway. Ahead is the almost like silhouette you can see on the battle board of Thomas Viggal, who stepped forward in front of his men, agreeing to go with you. He says, well, you'll have to show me the way, sister.
I think we can oblige.
Tell me more about these Scarlet Wolves before I put my life in yours.
Well, Cece is a very good representative of Alarion. I know that Father had worked with her and her husband on many different occasions to get things done that weren't, I guess, a little bit below what he would maybe do or say, but they did help our family, and she has helped me, brother. And I know she will help you.
I'm sorry, Father and myself couldn't keep a closer eye on you. As you were growing up, you've strayed too far away from the nobility. And it looks like your friends are now ruffians. But what can we
Brother,
do?
you
We can't
judge.
change the past.
You judge too harshly. If we were not here, this band of murderers would have just killed you.
And suddenly you guys hear like the stumbling coming down the hallway behind you and you guys see the torchlight. Maybe not the torchlight, but you see a gnome.
It is,
coming.
in fact, not torchlight.
Yeah,
It
you have
is.
dark vision, right?
No, not all. There is a light, a long wooden staff with a crystal, and the crystal appears to be glowing from some sort of arcane magic. As a gnome comes stumbling in, fuck, trips over something and stumbles a little bit. Let's see, where are you? Kind of looking around. He's an odd-looking gnome. He is very, very strange. He is old, ancient-looking. Very, very wrinkled skin, long white hair, a big white beard, half-moon spectacles resting upon a relatively large nose. There are smile lines all across his face, and he seems like the friendly type, having lived a long life and made a great many friends. He is short for a gnome, in fact, remarkably short, shorter than 3 feet it seems. He leans heavily on a wooden staff, and all of his clothes, everything about him seems old and worn. His cloak, what was once a vibrant forest green, is now aged and worn to a sickly, almost lime. Just years of wearing. And upon his head is a small barn owl that seems to be preening. Barnabas, come on! Do you see anything in this dark? Just...
Sounds like we have more friends and visitors. Friends of yours, sister?
Eh.
I was not expecting anyone.
No,
Cece?
No, I do not know who this person is.
Seems to be like rifling through whatever is behind. Just he doesn't even notice you all yet, and before his eyes kind of dart over. Oh shit! Looks at you carefully, like pushes his spectacles up. You're not dead. What are you doing down here?
We should be asking you the same thing.
He kind of straightens up, leans a bit heavier on the staff. I was just down here to go looking for my lost ring.
You believe you lost a ring in the sewers.
The eyes dart to the much deeper voice than his and the very large figure that is twice his size, and he just, oh hell. Hi. Kind of glances down the hall. Oh shit. There's people down here. I did not expect that. Hi. What's going on?
Hello. You chose the oddest time to come down here, yes?
I suppose. His
Uh,
eyes kind of glance at the man that he saw on the board. It is actually the reason he's down here. Oh. So he is here. Shit.
See, I told you other people would be coming.
Kind of straightens up, looks around, goes, looks at you all then and goes, so are you not? Hey, I feel like there's been a change of plans here.
Yes, we all feel that too. Hi. So I've already made a contract about how this is going to go down. And Adeline sort of bends down on her knees so that way she's eye level with this gnome.
The moment she does, there is a bright smile. Not many people do that for him, considering his size, so it's a very pleasing touch. She just goes, well, aren't you a nice young lady? There's a contract involved? I'm good with contracts. Let me see.
Yes. And I pull out a piece of paper that is literally just says, in agreement not to turn the guy in, they will pay at the end of whatever the fuck this is going on. Adeline Claymore, X amount of money, which I think at the moment is like, I think I wrote down like 200 gold or something
200
like that.
gold.
Yeah, and I made Ishra sign it.
Good heavens, girl. You call that a contract? Why,
Look,
Lord, you
I
really need
was
to
in
work
a
on your
ru-
legal jargon.
Yes,
You
I
should have
was in
come
a
to my
rush.
library. All right,
Well, do you want to help me write a better one? We can add you
Sure,
into
why
it.
not? Sure, why not? And he pulls out his own little sheet of paper, quill and
Yeah.
pen, just walks over to a wall and just starts scribbling down random legal jargon, and until it's about like a ream long, just... All right. There you are, sign there.
And Adeline is going to read through said legal jargon. For
It is basically a much more complicated way of saying exactly what you said.
Yeah, I figured, but it's like, you gotta read the fine print in a contract. That's how you end up with,
There is a little bit of fine print saying, please don't kill me.
yes.
Oh
Well, in
my
agreement-
goodness. Is this what we're here for? Legal jargon and
Oh.
contracts?
Hello? Who are you?
He's at the job. I don't know
Oh.
what's happening.
I don't know what the job is. I just saw a face.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know either. I
Fair
sort of
enough.
saw
I
a
like
value
you.
with the money, and they all went down the sewers, and I kind of joined them. Figured I get paid, and then stuff happens. Long lost brother and sister drama, and trauma.
Drama? We
Drama
didn't get
and
much
trauma.
of that at the library, but let's see. You see, he kind of wrings his old hands a little bit, and just leans a bit more on the staff and just watching now.
Daisy's gonna look to Thomas and say, "Well, darling, it seems your hideout, your secret little hideout, is a lot more popular than you thought. Perhaps we should move hideouts. What do you think, darling?"
I suppose you're right. I am an outlaw just like you.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're outlaws? Wait.
Yeah, why not?
He kind of straightens up at that, just seems to consider for a moment before just, whatever, I signed the contract, now it's too late.
Cece goes over to the gnome, right?
Mhm.
To the gnome and says, "Well, you see, you've seen many things that you weren't supposed to say, darling. So now you're going to be a part of us, and we'll fill you in more when you after you come along with us. Yes."
He gives a little grin. I've seen a lot of things I wasn't supposed to see, darling.
Well,
I've been
here's
around
another.
a long time.
Oh, good. So you know how this works. Yes.
Of course.
Of
You
course.
you think my library hasn't seen its fair share of criminals? Please.
I'm glad.
Where are we going?
To the Thieves Guild, correct? Yes.
All right. Fuck it. Steps aside and just kind of waits and watches. Very
Fuck it
much
indeed.
expecting a drama now.
We are bringing more people than we expected, but it'll have to do.
I guess we're off to the Thieves Guild, correct? Yes.
Thomas steps forward and takes the lead of Mina, his sister, as you guys begin to exit the sewers. You guys begin to leave just as you came, but down the hallway to the left, back this way, you see torchlight and voices of strange men. You have one
Down which
round to
side?
prepare.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Down which side? Where? What?
Do you guys want to do anything before something happens?
Are they your men? Like, are they Thomas's men? Or you mean like different
Thomas
men
has
behind
four
us?
other fighting men with him, or four other guards with him, that
Mm-hmm.
are behind him as he follows along with you, leaving the sewers.
So we hear these other people entering the sewer.
They're coming down the way you didn't come.
Can anyone disguise my
Make
brother?
a perception roll, accident.
All right.
From where?
From
oh
where?
shit! Do we all? Do we
From,
all
wait,
see
so
it?
from somewhere else?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just going to put you guys out. I'll just move you guys a little bit down the hallway.
Do we
don't know
all
if I'm
see
a
the
guild
torchlight?
Yeah, you guys have torches. Some of you guys have torches yourselves, like Accident has a torch, right?
Yeah.
Well, I also have dark vision to 120 feet now.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You
shit,
picked up the
what?
Eldritch. Picked up the Eldritch
What?
evocation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of which, I'm not in the map at the moment because my Taos bio, I had to close it and reopen it.
It's kind of crashing a little bit.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I should not be.
Not
I
on the
should
right
not be
word.
on this side. I should not be this far up. I'm gonna move way
Yeah.
back, and I'm gonna
Where's-
put the light out on my staff and just kind of step
Where's my
back
token?
and just hold a minute.
Oh,
So on the left-hand side, you'll see basically your name, right? You can double-click your name, and it should directly take you to the model. The guards are
Actually, you know
slowly kind of coming out behind, and I will put out the men that you see. Unfortunately, Exodin is kind of the one who kind of is going through the doors first. Remember, he kind of kicked down the doors. He's the one who's kind of out forward with the torch as well to help out all you other poor humans, the people that don't have things. And unfortunately, Exodin appears that 4 other bounty hunters or adventurers have come looking for Thomas Viggal as well.
Can I check and see if they've spotted us yet?
They noticed your torchlight. I'm just putting them out on the map. They're kind of just here.
Fuck, they've noticed us already?
Well,
I'm
Shit, I
gonna
was
be
gonna
near.
try to trick
I'm gonna
them.
be near exiting since I can't like see anything.
Yeah,
like
sure.
being back.
Let me move you up then.
Fuck, I was gonna try to trick them. Shit. I don't...
Well.
Oh no.
If it isn't a bounty Lord Viggal with these strangers, where do you think you're going?
Are you in the back?
Well,
Thomas just waiting.
do you intend to slow our progress?
I think we should, looks like you have the bounty in case. Let's say we all turn it in together.
What do you mean together? You literally just got here after we did all the work.
Well, you brought them to us, didn't you? It only seems fair. They step
No.
forward a little bit.
I'm gonna push my spectacles up
How
and
it
just kind of go.
will play.
If anything, you are in our way.
Look at Pete, they got a dragon with them.
I'm gonna
You know-
drop my torch where I stand and start going for my greatsword.
I'm gonna hide right behind Exodus.
Accident, sure.
Right by him.
Well,
This-
this only ends one of 2 ways, I suppose. And the movie.
It
You know-
only ends one way.
Actually, I think there's a different option. The gnome calls from the back and just kind of, you know, there's quite a number of options, really, if you think about it. There's you walk away like smart people, or of course there's you attack us and die, or there's always the case of just random monsters stepping in and doing the fighting for us.
This little guy thinks he's full of it. Kill him, Pete. He takes a shot with his
I
heavy
am
crossbow.
pretty fine. Ah, fuck.
I roll a 6, and everybody can roll initiative.
Here we go.
Boy, I
The
have
bolt
an armor
flies.
class of 8.
I know, I rolled really low. I think I rolled like a 2 or 3 or something. The bolt flies off into the darkened sewers. Get him, boys!
Hey, that was rude. That's
Yeah.
not how you respect your elders. Let's go. We got pretty solid initiative.
Okay, here we go.
You guys have started.
Do you guys want me to
Yeah.
do the turn-based mode, or you guys want me just to do it like, just call it out?
Up to you, whichever
Yep.
one's like easier, I guess.
It's kind of hard to set it up, but it's okay. I'll try to set up. Decillian's up first. Let me see if I can do it. It's a little buggy.
Yeah, we
Let me
can always just call it out if needed.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
easier.
let's try to call it out. Decillian's up, CC on deck with Arno. Then Exodus, then the thugs.
Yeah, so seeing the bull in the air, knowing, yep, shit's going down. I'm gonna snug my way in between the exit and run up to the first guy and give him a good solid slice to the face by pulling out my sword.
Okay. You draw your short sword. As violence has ensued, they've tried to shoot at the poor gnome in the back there, missing him horribly.
No, that's damage. That's not it.
There it is.
Unfortunately, the 8 doesn't hit. Is your sword? He blocks it.
Shit.
CC's up. What do you want to do?
Because I still have my bonus action, right?
That's right.
Yeah, screw this. I toss to the ground, and I use a key point to use flurry of blows.
Awesome.
So
That's my fucking wizard shit.
and then another 7.
Okay, doesn't hit.
Oh, wow, of course it does.
Right? You
Oh,
rolled
it's
oh wait, you rolled a 13? Yeah, so
Yeah,
you rolled a 13
14.
in total. They have 11 AC, so you hit.
Yeah, those are both his, by the way. Because
Cool.
it's 2 unarmored strikes. Yeah.
Roll it up.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. That's good to know.
2 7s.
Nice. I'm going to do this turn-based mode since I'm already kind of doing it now.
Total for 14.
Sweet. How do you crack into the thug?
I just give him like a nice solid like swing to the left on side of his head while he like kind of bobbles forward. So while he's kind of like a bit of like out of it, I'll just give him a nice solid uppercut and hopefully he falls to the floor.
Okay. I think I got the turns right. Let me double check. There we go. I think I'm missing one person. CC is up.
So since one of my pistols are jammed, can I use my second pistol as like my main for this attack?
You have one pistol, and I checked out the damage on it. It does 1d10, right? Instead of 2d6 like you were doing before.
It's a automatic pistol. Did I choose the wrong one?
Yeah, you chose some like futuristic gun version, right?
Okay.
You just have to choose like there's like pepper box. I can link you some more too. I mean, you're using like a modern day gun essentially at that point.
I say.
Using like a Glock 19 when it's really more
Okay.
like rudimentary than that.
Gotcha. Let me fix that.
It's okay. I think it does
Well-
1d10 though instead. It still does quite a
1d10?
bit of damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll to
But
hit.
can I use that? So I only have one. I thought I was like dual wielding pistols.
Yeah, you have to
Right.
repair the other one.
Yeah. So right now I can use my other one as my main.
That's
So
right.
I have one
Mhm.
pistol. All right. Cool.
That's right.
So I will be rolling to hit that one.
Awesome.
Should I just do that
Alright.
custom, or should I
Just
try
roll a
to
hit
add
roll.
the other
It should be the same hit roll, right?
same hit roll?
Yep. So roll the
Okay.
hit, and then you're just going to
Alright.
roll 1d10 plus dex, I think.
All right, cool. 24.
That's a hit. You're going to shoot at the same guy or this guy over here?
Hold up. Who was the guy that hit the?
Sicilian
no.
ran up and cracked this guy with the uppercut,
Oh, there he is. That one.
but this guy is over here. He's fresh. He's unhurt.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I hit the one that is
Oh,
attacking
way in the back. Yeah, this guy in the back with the heavy crossbow.
Yeah, that one.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll damage.
Finally. There we go.
So rolled 1d10.
Yep. 1d10. 1d10. I rolled the 8 for the 1d10 plus my dex 9, 10, 11.
Okay, sweet. Is your turn over?
Can I use my bonus action to try to repair my gun?
Repairing the
or-
gun is an action.
It's an action. Okay, then never mind. Then
Shit.
yeah, that's it for now.
Arno is up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a look at the guy that attacked me and just kind of, you know, Shani, that wasn't very nice. I'm gonna reach out and cast Chill Touch,
Sweet.
just for the sake of ease.
That's
So
a
that
hit roll, right?
is-
Nice.
Yes, indeed. That is I believe that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, roll some damage. As this streak of blue energy reaches out and touches him, describe what happens.
It is, as I go to cast the spell, I call out, "Oh, Fitra, do me a favor, will you?" And as I say this, what appears to be a feminine hand reaches out and just caresses the man's cheek. Small hand, a gnomish feminine hand, reaches out and caresses the cheek before pulling away.
This cheek runs across his face. His veins begin his, like all more or less towards his touch across his face. He drops unconscious or dead. Exodus is up.
All
They
right,
got Pete!
Goodbye,
I'm
Pete.
going
He
To
shouldn't have been
navigate.
so rude.
Is there enough space for me to navigate around the
Yeah,
here?
if you can move your model, it can totally happen, right?
All right. I'm going to go into the flanking position on him.
Yep.
And
Yep, +2 to hit.
What does he look like? Does he look fine or bloody?
He's injured. He's bloodied.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and just do an attack.
He looks like he has a big welt forming under his jaw. His jaw must be cracked. That's a hit. How do you kill this guy?
Standing. As I wrap around him for the flanking position, while he is distracted by Decillion, I basically whip out my sword and do a running charge, slice his head off.
Bug is up. They see.
I use the rest of my movement to
Yeah.
get in position. Sorry, yeah, I'm gonna.
You want to move up to the other guy? This
Yeah.
guy here?
Yeah.
Cool. Shit! This one guy, this guy over here, he loads his crossbow and fires it at Decillion. So we'll pull him up. I rolled an 11, so I'm assuming that misses. Fuck this! He shoots and misses. Notice he misses, and he begins to run. He begins to run away. Bug number 2 is up. You're gonna pay for that. He attacks you with his mace, and he misses. Istra is up.
I am going to take out my longbow and take a shot at the guy running.
Be careful, sister.
17 to hit.
You look out with your vampire eyes. Which guy do you want to hit?
The one running away.
Okay. No mercy, huh?
And apparently we're outlaws. Fuck it.
10 damage.
He's badly injured.
Awesome.
Oh shit.
Anything else you want to do, Istra? Adeline's up next.
I want to use my bonus action to hide if I can. Around, like, move right around the corner here.
Yeah, sure. CC, you
Yeah,
see
there you
your
go.
soldier essentially take a crack shot, hit the guy right in the buttocks, and then dash off into the shadows and hide again. Adeline is up.
Marvelous, darling.
Yes, that's all good. And Adeline will raise her hands, and the smoke from the ball that hangs at her waist will start forming into a sphere in her hand, and she will cast Eldritch Blast at the guy running away.
Holy shit, is that magic? Okay.
Yep, that's a 17 to hit.
Hold up.
And therefore that is
That's rolling pretty good.
11 points of damage plus an additional what is it? It's an additional 2 points of cold damage as a tendril of the instant smoke from the ball shoots out and follows the ball of the Eldritch Blast to also pierce through them with additional cold damage.
Is it like an icicle?
It's from the genie vessel. So once during each of my turn, if I hit with an attack roll,
Yeah, I see
on
that.
target, I do an extra thing of damage related to it's 2 points of cold damage due to my genie patron.
Yeah, cool.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's like, there you go, darling, as it shoots out.
You see him collapse at the end of the hallway. Decillion's up.
Alright, so I'm gonna quickly pick up my sword, and I'm gonna try to replicate what Exton did. Yeah, how much?
You want to move around the
Yeah,
side
so-
here?
Yeah, I'm
You see
wondering
the
if I have
flowing
to
like
move-
sewage of Stormbrook flowing in the center here. You want to go up and attack this guy?
Yeah, right behind if I can, if I have enough movement.
Okay, how I can do it is we measure it like this. So that's 25. So that's totally possible, right?
Yeah, I got 35 feet of movement.
You want to be really technical about it? Let me see if I can do it.
Yeah, 'cause
I do it
think
like
you-
this, like that, like this. See, it's about 30. See that?
Yeah, so yep.
You got it.
And I'm gonna try to slash him in the back. Piece as hard if I can.
Okay.
Hit his ass.
The gnome
I
cheers
get,
on.
I get advantage with that, right?
You don't get advantage on flanking. You get +2 to hit.
Oh, +2. Yes. Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
And I get to. You want roll a natural 20 again, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
That's just 15. Okay.
well.
So what is natural 20s do again? Is it regular double damage, right?
Roll your regular attack, as is.
6, that's 10.
So
plus
it's
max
so.
on your dice.
So here's the thing: you have 10, right? You just rolled a 10. 10 plus max from any dice roll, right? So it's 6. Do you understand? So 6 plus 10 is 16. How do you kill him?
And it's nothing special, just knowing that he's distracted by Exton being pushed up by this very intimidating Dragonborn, knowing it's like, okay, he's not going to pay attention to me sneaking by while he's trying to deal with them. I'm just going to silently just slice through his heart and like lean him down to the side quietly so he can have a peaceful death.
Good lad.
The
So now
sewage.
that
All that's left is now is the sound of the dripping of the sewage,
Oh, that deals with that.
plus the bodies.
But speaking of, can I immediately go over and start to examine them?
Yeah. Do you want to roll an
Yes.
investigation roll, or what are you trying to do?
Yes.
Adeline
a
will
bit
also-
of investigation and a bit of just note taking for myself.
Yeah.
Adeline's
my
gonna
own
look for anything
purposes.
fancy on them, including just plain money,
Yeah.
or if it's like daggers. Or
Oh,
I'm gonna look, especially the guy who is talking. Maybe
that was a natural one.
he seemed he seemed like he was important, so I'm gonna look anything good on him if he does.
Adeline comes up next to you, and you both begin to search him. Now, when two players are searching for something, you can roll a perception or investigation roll, right? Your choice.
yeah.
Do you guys?
Roll
And you can either roll with
investigation.
advantage, or you both can roll on your own. It's up to
I
you.
think we're rolling on our own because we're looking for two separate things. Is how I think about it.
I'm not searching for loot. I'm just searching like for my own purposes.
15.
Yeah. I was searching for loot. I was like, okay, where would they put coins or money or business cards?
I'm examining wounds and things like. All right, so that's
Yeah.
what that does.
And while this
Oh,
is
okay.
happening, Adeline will also looks like, so you also do magic.
I do indeed. I noticed you do as well. I send a glance to. Can I actually send a glance to whatever that fucking thing is hanging on her hip and try to figure out what the fuck that was?
What does it look like?
This is a ornate metal ball that has sort of like a cage-like thing on it, and it looks like when it's still, there's nothing in it, but once I start using magic, it has like this weird eerie glow to it, and this like sort of gaseous, almost liquid-like incense flows out of it in this very eerie pale blue color that sort of flows in, and that sort of things like, oh, this. So have you ever heard of, and I'm making sure I remember the name correctly because he would get mad if I said it incorrectly. Right. Have you ever heard of Sultan Emos the Magnificent?
Have I heard of Sultan Im the Magnificent? Because I've lived in a library for 400 years, so
Have you?
I don't know. Is that something I would have to check for, or
You want to? You can make a roll. It's a history roll, right?
I'll go for it. I got a +6 to history, so
Arno's lived around since the age of
I
mortals.
believe
Rolls
that's a natural
20.
20.
Then you have definitely heard of
I have
Sultan
heard
Emos the
all
You know
about it.
all of it. You know
Oh.
everything about it.
You
Oh.
have. That is fantastic. Emos the Magnificent is so great. And like he's such a great guy, and also like everything he does. Like you know the story about the legend of like the Horse Lord and stuff like that was totally him. It was all inspired by him.
You are very similar to my daughter. You never seem to stop. It's very endearing.
Yes, exactly. It is great. Emos the Magnificent that you know of is Sultan Emos the Magnificent is a Murid genie. So it's a Murid jinn. It's a water-based genie, and famously, or sort of infamously, once got himself trapped about 100 years ago.
I have tuned her out by now, and I'm just continuing to
Yeah.
examine the bodies, by the way.
yeah.
I am pulling open wounds, just looking inside, trying to figure out more things.
Adeline is digging through clothes, looking for loot and stuff, and also just going on and on and on about various stories about Emos the Magnificent. And he's never actually answering your question of what the thing is. She just put it up and start talking about Emos.
You just mentioned a genie, and I know what the genie is, but I'm not just going with your stories.
Yeah.
This is a child running rampant, and he is just accepting it and going wild.
Alright, cool. I had rolled investigation, and that was a 19. Do I find any loot on these bodies?
Yes, I'll roll a d20. That's how many silver they have.
Cool.
4 silver and 2 gold pieces in total. You check the guy's shoes. He's got his gold in his boots.
There we go.
While fingering through them, though, they're like you finger past some like poop that's like smudged on his shoes.
Oh, gross. And
Can I press the digitation to clean a little bit?
Of course.
And myself a little bit, just kind of.
Oh, I need that too. I recently fell into the crap.
Get over here, boy.
Me too.
Up and
You can
down,
do that.
and immediately, like looking up and down at this halfling, it's like a. God, you look way too familiar to my son. I don't like that. And he just starts carefully cleaning everybody up with magic.
That is quite useful. You know, I can't quite doing that, but I can. And the smoke will form into a small minor illusion that she holds in her hand. That's like a miniature version of Arno. It's like, I can do this. And she kind of makes it.
Well, if you're gonna make miniature things, you should make Barnabas. The owl kind of just calls out, and she shifts it over to his shoulder and just, all right, Barnabas, do me a favor. Can you go scout down there and see if there's anything else? And the owl is gonna go fly off down the tunnel where they came from, just to confirm that there's nobody else in that direction.
Make a d20 roll with them.
And was there anything on that main guy either?
I described the loot that you guys found, searching for him, right? Because you guys are both searching.
And that's in total.
Yeah. So you guys have to decide. I've given the loot to Adeline. Now it's her choice if she wants to give it to the party, right? Or how you guys want to do that.
I will not split up the gold, but I will hand out. I will flick 4 silvers between my fingers. It's like, does anyone want one?
I'm gonna send her a very careful look at not handing out the gold, but just grin and give her, like, finger up to lips, just. All right.
She starts flicking the coins between her fingers.
Can I do a perception roll to see if I notice Arno doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he's not. I mean, I could try to
He's
roll
not
a sleight of
hiding.
hand, but it's not really hidden.
Okay, alright.
It's more of just like he's being cheeky.
Acknowledging
Oh, got it.
Would that count as a perception check, by the way, for the owl for Barnabas?
Yes. So how you roll with the creature is you actually have to roll with the owl itself.
It's just that he has advantage on perception checks.
Yeah. So you would roll with advantage.
So it's.
You should be able to in D&D Beyond. You should be able to right click and select roll with advantage too. So you rolled an 18 plus his perception.
18 plus 3, 21.
21. It looks out with its like dark vision eyes with the faint, torchlight, the festoons that Thomas has set up with some of his. It's still like very poorly lit, but it's enough to like navigate through the tunnels. It appears that nothing is down there, further down the hallways.
And then the owl comes flying back and immediately perches into his head and seems to nest into his hair. Barnabas, I told you not to nest there. Get out, under the shoulder, come on. Shifts back and he seems to go back to his work on the body.
While all this is going on, Cece is gonna attempt to fix her other gun, if that's all right.
Yep.
I do have mending. Is that helpful at all, along with my Tinker's kit, or I'm not really sure how it would work.
Let me take a look here real quick. So how pistols work? So you had rolled a 1 on a misfire. You have Tinker's tools, correct?
Yeah.
So the DC is equal to 8 plus the misfire score. So I think the DC is 9. Okay.
9. Okay.
So you need to roll. So you roll a D20 plus your proficiency, since you're proficient in Tinker's tools. You see C pull out these like strange tools, different gears, different like gadgets, and she begins to like dig down like the bullet that maybe got jammed in the gun in the earlier fight with the crocodiles. So roll a D20.
How long is this gonna take?
Not too long, darling. Don't worry. Keep doing what you're doing. This stupid gun. I need to buy a more expensive one.
Yeah. No, I get that. I just feel like we should leave soon before we get any more trouble.
We should toss these bodies into the water as well.
Not yet. I just need to examine them. Give me a moment. And I'm gonna go over to
4,
Pete
5,
now
6.
and just try to check for decay on where the hand had touched and just kind of look them over.
So it's 4, and the proficiency bonus is a +2, so 6. So I guess I don't fix it right now, right?
So unfortunately, how it works is your check fails, the weapon is broken and must be mended out of combat at a quarter of the cost of the firearm.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yeah, I mean,
oh no.
Hopefully at the guild, I'm sure someone will be able to.
for
Yeah,
instance,
maybe-
let me take a look here.
Okay. Wondering like if we go back to the Thieves Guild, like would they be able to like fix it for me instead?
Like a pistol costs 150 gold, so they're very expensive.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so you kind of went over, but that's okay. So you got to spend a quarter of that to fully repair it, and materials. So probably back at the Thieves Guild, you probably get the rest of the materials to fix it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, would I, as a gnome, recognize the pistol she's holding at all?
Do you?
I mean, I would assume, given that I'm a gnome and I've worked in a library for 400 years, I probably know at least a little bit about pistols, but not probably too much.
Would
It's
you
up
be
to
able
you.
to help me?
I don't think he'd be able to fix it, but he'd probably be able to just kind of recognize what it is, be like, oh shit, you've got one of those? Huh. I'll be damned. Don't know how you managed to get a gnome to give his trade secrets out, but good on you, I suppose.
Oh, I am friends with the gnomes. Gnomes love me, I love gnomes. It works out lovely.
Sure.
They make me gun. They make me guns. It's very nice, unless he breaks like this, then I have to talk to gnome. Not very happy.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to the old king. It's like I can call you is Thomas okay, or should I call you something else?
He one of his guards like brings by a torch, that's kind of more well lit. He's actually not that old. He's probably in his early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I'm sorry we did not properly introduce ourselves, sir. But without you here, I surely would have been captured by those other bandits. I appreciate your help.
Yeah, it's no problem. And that's one of the problem. He was easily seen, and obviously he's been shown posters. I feel like you should try to like change up your look, and especially I'm somewhat used to it. I'm somewhat good at it to a certain degree. I can help make the old king look a bit different, and I pull out like a bag of like different like smudges of like maybe some dirt and oil and old different kinds of clothes and fabrics.
Well, I guess my sister's friends aren't so incompetent after all. Do what you must.
So I'm gonna try to use my disguise kit on him.
Roll it up.
Yeah, I am proficient at it too.
So how it works, right, is you just roll a d20 and then add your proficiency. Unfortunately, D&D doesn't have a lot of great rules on like building, crafting, and like tools, things like that. So we just roll with it. And so it's just like a general way to do it. So you rolled probably a 9.
9, yeah, it was a 9.
It doesn't seem to like change his appearance too much. It would require another attempt. I don't know how many uses you get out of it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Tools, as far as I know, don't have like.
Can I help him? Or like?
Are you proficient in disguise kits type stuff?
Am I?
Oh, Oh, look at me.
No,
Yeah. I don't got none of that yet.
not yet.
So,
Eventually, I can cast illusions.
You put on
Not
like
yet.
you put on like you do your best, but like it's not that great. Like, but I mean, it could do something. Like if he encounters a guard or something like that, or it's smart thinking though. I like it.
It's better than you just being your old self. It's better than nothing. Let's put it at that.
He's like, well, do you have a fake wig in there? He looks over to his sister. Does his sister have disguise kits or something like that?
Does not.
I think I do. Maybe. Did it come with the thieves, a starter thieves kit?
You
no
should
idea.
see in your inventory.
Tools? Yeah.
Should be in your
it's in-
inventory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
equipment.
yeah. Disguise kit, too common.
Well, you'd also have to have proficiency in it. Otherwise, you just kind of snapping makeup on.
Yes, I don't know. I don't think I have proficiency in that.
Which,
Well spoken,
by
Sir
the way,
Gnome.
at this point, the gnome is like up to his elbow in Pete's mouth, just kind of feeling around for things. Like, oh, so that's the effects of rigor mortis.
His tiny arm is sliding down Pete's throat. What do you think about this,
Shake it
Exodin?
I wouldn't really care, honestly. I wouldn't care much about what he's doing with the corpses. I do have I would have made a comment to Decillion when he first got the kill, and he was very gentle about it. I see you have mercy for those who stand in your way.
Well, yeah. Even though they might be a hindrance in the problem, they are still living creatures after all. So I don't wish everything to suffer, like some
It's
do.
not about suffering. It's about surviving.
Yeah,
Very well, but we have survived, and I have tried my best for them not to suffer. So in my eyes, that's a victory to me.
If you believe.
And I do.
They were given the option to not stand in our way. It's not
be
like we
fair,
did not give him the option.
I did give them 3 options,
You
and they
did.
chose. They chose.
And no witness is better for us. Is all I am saying.
Which
We
at
should-
this point, can I now search Pete before I chuck him into the water?
Yeah, make one final investigation roll. Maybe you
Alright,
learn
I
something
just
about
wanna make-
anatomy or something like that, or
Yeah,
you gather
let's
some
go.
fluids or fingernails or something like that.
12. That's not great.
Yeah, you pull off do you want to chop off one of his fingers?
I mean, yeah, I'll take a finger just to confirm, just for later for testing. Put it to the side in a pocket, and then kind of like, all right, and then just kind of kick him slowly into the water.
There's one thing I do want to check for. If even though they seem like a group of ruffians, I want to make sure these aren't some sort of potentially a group of unnamed origin that we don't know yet, rather than just.
Oh, too late. He's in the water.
Well, there's more than one.
As you say that, the body's kicked into the sewage and makes a plump sound as it begins to wade
there.
and sort of go submerge into the sewage.
I'm just kind of gonna take my stick and just push it deeper. Just kind of.
Also helping him, but the main guy who is talking, I'm gonna look at him quick, if he's anything noticeable. But if not, I'm just gonna roll him over and toss him as well.
You guys toss the bodies in, just like Mina was talking about. All the bodies are disposed now in the sewage.
Yeah, those won't be found for a while. Now, where in the world are we going? 'Cause we
Like a
really need to
strange-
get moving.
Strange little grandfather.
Hi, that's me.
Hello.
Do I have grandkids? I think I got grandkids. It's been a while. Kind of pauses some to think. Yeah, no, I do have grandkids. Yeah.
Let us go, darlings, before more witnesses show up. Okay, let's go.
Aye.
Fix my gun. We have to go.
All right. Don't get your knickers in a twist.
Quick question.
Yes.
How are they transporting him, pointing at Thomas, without, everyone coming to look at him. Like, I mean, I have a disguise kit, but I don't know how well that would work.
We
It's
were
all-
we were looking for one
Yeah.
while you were disconnected.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Do you want
For
to
the
try to
sake
roll
of
on it,
it-
Adeline?
yeah. I will roll on the
And
You look
I will
over. He has
help
some
out.
like looks like the halfling tried to do a little bit of work on him, and of course it wasn't great. So a second
Wait.
crack at it might help.
Yeah, maybe you can do better. I'm better myself. Maybe here I can help out too, and I'll give her some help.
Sure, roll with advantage, Adeline.
Okay.
I should probably ask, why does he need to hide in the first place?
Okay, so that would be an 18 because it's a +2 full proficiency,
Yeah, and then roll again.
and the 18 is the high one.
Nice. You guys pull out like one of the fake wigs. You add like a fake mustache to him.
Yeah, and I take some contour and like sort of shape it so that way he looks slightly different and his things are a bit more gaunt and stuff, so it doesn't look exactly the same.
Yeah, dirty him up.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
look
him up.
prissy.
It's
He
like-
changes some of his clothes from like maybe more of like a noble's attire to. He takes off his hat
Yeah.
and he like scruffs up his hair a little bit and he gets it a little dirty and he's like, now I look like one of the common folks.
Not quite yet. Give me your shot.
That's very forward.
And
He's,
I
putting
would-
it-
I'm
I
gonna
would take the short and I will go, oh, this is gonna be so gross. Put it into the sewage.
Oh,
and
God.
Get it all nice and muddy and smelly and shit-filled things, and then kind of get it as dry as I can make it.
I could have just rubbed this up against the wall. You didn't need to drop it into the sewage.
It will be more convincing, darling.
I don't know about
Oh, God. He begins to like slowly put it on. He's like, well, if it is a matter of life and death.
It is.
He buttons
And
it
I will
up.
You know
walk
what?
over to Anna. I was like,
Hi.
my good friend, and I would bend down, back down to his back. Can you do that magic thing with with cleaning the hands real quick?
You know,
Please.
I'm not your sink or your towel.
I'll fix it later.
I'll do it. But remember that. And I'll do the prestidigitation and clean your hands off. But like, there's now a
Thank
very
you.
pointed look of like, this is only because you're willing to lower yourself to my level. But like, fuck you.
Thank you very much. You're the best.
Of course.
Maybe late, and I'll look to Thomas like, if you can convince him later, he can clean you later. And I would stand up, kind of
I give-
stretch.
I'm gonna give Thomas the biggest fucking grin.
Thomas
and I
shakes his
just-
head.
It's like
It's weird.
right then,
Out of the sewage
no
and
longer
into
in
the
charge.
fire, I suppose.
someone
I'm
lead
gonna-
the way.
Fire?
Plane.
It's been a while since I've dealt with the burn.
Does any of the guards have like embroidery of like the old kingdom, or is it just basic leather armor and clothing?
Good suggestion. Take off your tabards. They take off their tabards. And they just have like leather armor. Should we have them take their armor off as well?
Yeah,
Well,
this-
I mean, maybe, but they can just look like a group of adventurers with us.
I mean, to be fair, look at us. We're pretty.
Eclectic.
Look at us. Yeah. Hey, I don't think a few randos in leather armor is gonna stand out more than us.
I mean, if you want, you can borrow this, and I will pull out a light crossbow because I just have one that I don't use. Do you want to borrow this, Thomas?
I wasn't trained in the art of warfare. I was trained in the art of diplomacy. No, thank you.
Okay. And
Well, now
I'll
you
put
can
it
be
back in.
trained in the art of deception, so it might be a smart idea to look like one of us.
I do. He like holds out his sleeve. It smells like shit.
Out of curiosity, Mr. Thomas, were
Thomas.
you trained in any arcane arts, perchance?
No.
Fair enough, worth a shot.
We hire peasant folk like you to handle that sort of thing now.
Oh,
Fair enough,
okay.
I did work
Be
for the
nice to
library.
our new friends.
I'm done down here. I'm just walking up to the entrance of the sewer now.
So much-
And
Much for the
Adeline
answer,
will
smells like
join
hell. It smells like hell. I am leaving.
Yeah.
I would, on that comment he just made, I would give him a very intense look and say, "Watch your tongue for those who helped you."
I'm gonna turn to Cece and go, I told you he was a bit of an ass.
Did he? Yeah, no, I understand, darling. Sometimes the brothers, they're like that, you know. I get it. But Cece is going to look at him and be like, darling, you wanted a democracy. If that's the case, then you might as well start making friends with the commoners. You're going to need it later, darling. And she's gonna start walking out of the sewer to follow the gnome.
He only responds with his head sloped down, staring before him and sort of defeated.
I'm gonna stand right by his side, just like with his. If I was one with his guard as well, just make sure he has extra safety.
Should we take the guard with us, sir? He looks over at the halfling.
Take the guards with us. What else would you do with them?
I don't know. I don't think we should take them into a den of thieves.
That's probably a good idea. Maybe send them out their way.
Meet me back at the old clock tower tomorrow at noon. If I'm not alive, then if I don't meet you, you'll know I've been killed.
There should probably be.
The guards nod in acceptance. Is fair enough,
And
sir?
I looked at him, I was like, don't worry. He's in good hands with me.
I suppose so. The guards reluctantly say, they nod in agreement and then walk off.
Do we see them leaving the same way?
They leave in a different direction as we are exiting the sewers. The sewer is I think about the tunnel to the it. It's right now a little past 9 o'clock at night in the city of Stormbrook. We're exiting one of it's not really a populated area within the city, obviously, but it's one of the ancient abandoned sewers of Stormbrook. When we exit a battle, we enter theater of the mind, right? So as soon as we're done with the models and stuff, we just kind of enter this theater of the mind stuff.
Ah, good to know.
Are we able to leave the sewers and go to the Thieves Guild now, or?
Of course.
Apparently I gotta tag along, and I can't really use my chance here to go to the library, but whatever. I'll tag along. Fuck it.
Makes sense, darling. You are witness now. You are a part of us. It is okay.
The contract.
True, I did sign the damn contract. I wrote the damn contract. Oh well.
Where
All
exactly
lead the
is
way.
this Thieves Guild? He looks over at CC.
Where is it? Out of character.
It's in the graveyard.
That's actually probably something that should be. Is that not something that should be kept secret from a bunch of randos?
I don't know.
'Cause it's just occurring to me that that's probably something that should be kept secret from a bunch of randos.
Well, I mean,
Should we be blindfolded for this, or
You won't be covering my eyes.
No.
I mean, it's not like you could actually cover mine because you'd have to cover Barnabas. So, I mean, I'm gonna know. Which, actually, speaking of, as I'm gonna keep lookout if y'all don't mind. I need one of you to lead me along, though.
You're on the outer part of the city. The city is walled off. We're on one of the walls of the city, I would say. The graveyard is probably a 15-minute walk from here.
Okay.
I can keep watch for any unsavory folk coming in our direction, but I'm gonna need someone to lead me around.
I mean, I can hold your hand, but
I am a taken man. I'm afraid I cannot accept such advances.
And then I
I'd
will.
rather I carry you.
That
Please do not touch me. You are very large and scary.
I'll just grab him by the shoulder. It's I'll lead you along.
Thank you, Boyle. And I'm just gonna have Barnabas fly up and circle while I am watching through his eyes and ears.
Who's picking you up?
Is there
Jocelyn is like leading him by holding on his shoulders.
As
Okay.
long as the big scary dragonborn is not touching me, I am okay. Big scary dragonborn is very big and scary.
Your eyes yeah, just 1 second, CC. Your eyes like flutter back, like roll back almost, as you begin to like project your eyesight into the owl. You're being led by the shoulders of Decillion on the walk to the graveyard within Stormbrook. What do you want to do, CC?
So I think that, you're right. Like we probably would have had somebody set it up already beforehand to have somebody from the Thieves Guild come meet us. Correct?
I don't know. You tell me.
Maybe
Is that possible? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to have someone from the Thieves Guild meet you.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So meet us because
Where do you want them to meet you?
There should let's say there's like a designated meeting spot, maybe 10 minutes away from the Thieves Guild that we could go to first, and then that way, we can avoid
maybe
anything.
the tavern that the
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Is there a
they
tavern
run.
nearby?
Even
That
though
could be
this disguise
meeting
is holding
spot.
up quite well, I think we should try to stay away from the guards and citizenry up. I could be noticed by anyone. That's why I was in the sewers.
Okay.
I'm afraid meeting your contact at the tavern is just not a good idea. At least that's my
Maybe
opinion.
we meet out in a forest. There's plenty of woods around.
Do you know any good back
Yeah.
alleyways?
Oh yeah, could I meet them in like a back alleyway or something like
Unfortunately, you didn't think this all the way through, I guess. They're supposed to meet you at this tavern. And, a tavern by the sea or whatever, as Stormbrook is a port town. And Thomas Viggal has given you his response.
that? Okay. In that case, I guess we don't have a choice, right?
Well, then you can always go to the tavern, Susie, and you can dally on your way and then bring the contact back, and we'll just, hang
Yeah.
out here.
Are we not outside the walls right now, or near the?
You're inside the city, and they're like within just the walls, but more of like a rural section within the city.
Is the graveyard also within that rural section?
Yes, it's not like.
It would be easy.
I mean, it's like a graveyard, right? It's like a
Yeah,
graveyard,
I
and
think-
It would
I
be
think the
super
Scarlet
easy
Wolves
to
are
just
prominent
go
enough
there.
to just
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
And
Well, the question is, do the four of us, not including Cece and Istra, know where the know that the graveyard tour was supposed to be going? Because
we're all walking towards it. I'm
Yeah.
assuming right now.
yeah,
I am not even a native to this city. I don't know where the fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
same
just
No,
here.
following.
CC's at this point is just gonna be turn around and look at the group and say, from here on out, there are going to be a lot of secrets that are going to be around and about, and you guys are now involved. You guys are now a part of this. Meaning, if one of you make it so secrets go out, Thieves Guild will find you. No worries there. So be prepared and be quiet. You understand?
as
Well,
long as I get
I mean-
paid at the end, I'm okay with pretty much anything.
And it's not like we're walking with the biggest secret around. It's like, I
As
think
long
adding
as-
any more isn't going to do anything much.
As long as you are aware.
I am deaf. I cannot hear a word she says.
That is very true.
Yeah. So in that case, CC's gonna lead them straight to the Thieves Guild. And then we could contact the other contact in the tavern later, saying that there's a change in plans. I think we're gonna do it like that instead.
Sure. The contact, assumingly, is just sitting there taking shots at the bar right now, I guess. Waiting
yep.
for you, but it's kind of like a cold date that never shows up or something like that.
Yeah.
Fitting.
Make a perception roll with the owl.
All right, bet.
I think, yeah, on top of that, should we, like, I don't know if this is going far or not, but maybe, like, a quick, like, weird name so we don't call him,
15.
like, Thomas? I say it quietly out loud.
Oh yes.
Jacob.
Jacob?
Does he
Simon?
look like a Jacob?
Jacob, Marcus, Billy,
Simon?
Which one does he hate the most?
Simon,
Simon. Ooh, that's a terrible one.
Shmuel,
What sounds
Nikolai.
like
He
a
just
cute
starts
little...
listing off names.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What
I know I
sounds
should
like
have
a
stayed
cute
in the
little
sewers.
commoner? Cute little commoner name. Cute little commoner name. Think.
Jack?
Jack.
Let's go with that. Jack.
Tommy boy.
No, not something that begins with a T, because that's
Yes, okay.
Thomas, Tommy, and looks like it's
Never before have I been so glad to be deaf.
Johnny? John?
John.
John. Let's go, John. That's
John.
it. John, you John.
John. John walks.
You guys are approaching the what is it? Thomas shakes his head as you guys are just all arguing about different random names that apparently aliases that he's going to have to use. The owl, of course, spots two guards posted outside the gates to the graveyard.
I am going to come back to myself and just. All right. Well, there's two guys outside
I think
the gates.
I think Jake is a great name.
Hey, shut the fuck up! There's two guards. There's two guards outside the gates to the graveyard. I could disrupt them, but
I mean, I can make it foggy. Does that help?
yes,
so
that would
the-
certainly help.
What
Okay.
are
Tell you what. Hang on, I've got an idea. You and me need to get somewhat close.
Yes.
I don't know exact. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something's range.
Yeah, no, me too.
60 feet. All right. So I need to get within 60 feet, probably within 50 feet of the gate.
Yes. And then I can cast a fog cloud. And then be nice and
If you can get the
smoky.
fog cloud behind the gate,
Ooh,
I'm
yes.
going to create a ghost to scare the fuck out of them.
Wait. Why do we have to go this far? We can just say he wants to respect the dead of one of his
Because
fellow
it's
friends.
more fun.
Exactly.
Wait, are they guards or are they related to the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, it's very good.
We have no idea. He just saw
I
you
know. I just saw guards and I want to terrify them.
CC makes an insight roll.
Oh, lovely.
Are they actually in sight by now?
Yeah, you guys are about 100 feet away from them.
I rolled an 8. So
You know that some guards are in on the take, maybe,
Okay.
but there's been issues with the Scarlet Wolves, and you never know. Like, you could just approach this guard, and they might not be corrupted.
I'm just gonna walk forward. I'm just walking forward until I'm about 50 feet close.
And
Thomas
as
says,
that's
there he
happening,
goes.
I can make the fog cloud 120 feet away, and it lasts up.
That's
to
all
an
you
hour.
need.
So
Is there like trees or bushes along the side of the path?
Yeah, it's pretty, like, rough and overgrown. Obviously, after
I'm
the
just
last
kinda
war, the graveyard has not been properly maintained by, like, a caretaker.
Perfect. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna kind of pop off to the side where I can cast a quick spell that's unseen, so they don't
Yeah.
see my hand movements.
So-
I will
okay.
duck behind Exodus, and you see the smoke. Like I start pulling smoke out of the incense thing, and then I sort of go, and as I kind of blow it in, a small fog sort of creeps in from the graveyard as if it's coming from the graveyard, make it very nice and creepy, and then it's a 20-foot radius, so I want them to be just within, so like it's centered within the graveyard, and they are on the 5 feet like outer edge of it, so that way it seems as if it's centering from the graveyard.
I
You
am
blow
putting
this,
on the
like, yeah, sure. You blow this, like, wind out, and the fog cloud begins to immerse over the guards as they're totally blocked. They're totally obscured. What do you want to do, Arno?
I have been putting on the full old man act and muttering out, "Oh, Fisher," as I'm making my way towards the graveyard. And then the moment that they can't really see me-ish, I'm gonna cast Silent Image and create what appears to be a gnomish woman, ghostly pale, floating off the ground, just kind of floating towards them menacingly from
Now-
the graveyard.
You guys have, like, done this, and I'll just roll a d20. Unfortunately, the guards, they're like totally obscured by this. Now you guys could try to jump over the walls, I guess. If you guys are just trying to get over the walls now, as the guards' vision is totally obscured.
Try and be stealthy.
Everybody can roll a
Drop the
stealth
mist.
check, right?
I
jump over the walls if they
cannot-
want to.
I can try to stealth, but I'm not. I'm just gonna go in as an old man.
I like it.
Yeah, like
They can't
you
even
get
see you
distracted.
though, right? So this fog cloud has
Drop
come in.
the mist. Drop
Everything-
the mist. Drop the mist.
It lasts. The fog cloud
10 minutes
is
concentration.
heavily
right?
obscured, up to 1 hour concentration.
The guards are like, the mist from the graveyard are getting onto us. Who goes there? They hear like Arno coming down the road.
Hi. I'm here to see my wife. Have you seen her? Have you seen her grave? Hello?
They begin to like stumble out of the fog and try to find Arno. Now, Arno, what are you trying to do?
I am kind of slowly approaching ish, and the moment I see them step out of the fog and get like a few steps away, I'm gonna have the hand of the gnomish woman reach out from the fog.
Sure. Okay, why don't you... So I'm going to just make a d20 roll. Before we do that,
Alright.
what is everybody else doing? Are we just scaling over the walls with the stealth
You
roll?
guys can scale. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go.
That's
for
what
it.
I'm doing. As soon as he's doing that, it's like, come on.
I'm
John,
the
come on.
distraction right now.
I'm
Go
gonna
for
try.
it.
I'm gonna try to like make me and John stealthily go over the wall, and anyone else who wants to join.
So
Uh,
anybody who...
Adeline is going to be about 60 feet away watching this happen, kind of hidden in the forest, because she can't scale an effing wall. Do you see the hills? Do you see her nails? She's not climbing that.
I mean, I have a dexterity of 6. I am an old man. I cannot even try to climb a wall.
For those people who want to try to climb the wall, they can roll the stealth roll now.
Good luck.
Spider
The
climb,
wall
too,
is-
so that would make it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are just trying to do it as quiet as possible. I make a counter roll with the guard's perception.
Ooh.
Nice.
So you have disadvantage because of the cloud.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are doing it. They're just like noise or something, right? So let me roll it up. Just roll 2d20s.
I'm just kind of here as a distraction.
So a 5. So everybody rolled higher than a 5. So everybody stealthily like climbs over the walls, those that want to, which was Cece, Decillion, Istra. The rest of the group is on the other side of the graveyard for now.
All right.
Make a d20 roll using your spell attack roll, right? I'll roll a d20
Spell
roll.
attack roll.
Yeah. I'll just roll a d20
Alright.
with the guards to see if they get spooked by the hand.
15.
So it passes, right? Are you trying to hurt them with the chill touch?
No. It's not a chill touch. It's
Cool.
the silent image is reaching out from the mist and trying to, but it's silent as it moves forward.
Ooh, can I get about 30 feet closer? Like as I'm watching this happen, I start like walking forward 30 feet, and then I want to use minor illusion to make an eerie sound project kind of close to the hand.
Yeah,
Because I
the
can
guards
cast
are
that
getting
fog.
freaked out a little bit. They're like,
You
this fog.
You
Yeah.
let me die. You let me die.
Yeah, that's sort of like, you let me die. And I'm just,
Oh,
Really?
Fitra. I am looking at it, reaching towards it, and you can see there's actually a genuine desire in his eyes to touch it, but he knows it's fake.
Make a deception roll.
Meanwhile, can Cece, because I rolled a dirty 20 for stealth, can Cece be like
Oh.
going towards like closer to the Thieves Guild and see if there's people around that could kind of help?
Yeah, we're going to get to you in a second.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, there's no one really else in the absent graveyard.
okay.
You look to the
Oh.
sky, though, CC, the 3 moons of
Mhm.
Isha are out. It's like moonlight, so it's well lit, but nobody's in the
Oh.
graveyard tonight. You
Okay,
roll a
gotcha.
4 on the deception roll. I'll make a d20 roll with the guards.
Oh,
To see
boy.
if they're able to see through the deception. They roll a 2.
Oh my god!
We did an amazing job.
Fucking what?
Oh, no.
And when I see like how bad Arno's doing it, even though the gods seem distracted, I will start playing really heavy into it, doing it as well.
They're so freaked out that they can't even tell from right from wrong,
like even more voice, I'm like this sort of eerie,
I can't believe it worked.
voice and stuff. I'm just gonna go ham for the creepiness.
Boy.
I mean, to be fair, there is a genuine desire in his eyes. It's not all fake. It's just he knows it's an illusion and he knows he can't touch it.
Oh, Adeline's just bullshitting the entire time.
What? This graveyard must be haunted. Let's go. I'm not getting paid enough for this. They leave.
They leave. The moment they're gone, I'm going to approach the fake ghost and just reach up, try to touch it. It fails miserably. Just and then it dissipates into nothing.
Adeline
just
sort
walking
of
in.
stretches and walks out of the forest and goes like, "That worked out well." And I'll just start walking into the. I was just start walking into the graveyard.
Well, that was fun.
Yes, it was. And then as I walk back, it's very cloudy. And I will drop Fog Cloud. Because knowing myself and Pabriano, we would trip over something as we walked through the graveyard.
Yep.
You see on the other side, the gate, Cece and them already kind of scouting out the other side. You open the rusty gate to the graveyard.
And I would have been waiting in the back for all these theatrics to be over with, and
Hi.
once the guards are gone, I'll just walk through.
Oh, jeez. I thought you climbed on the other side, but okay.
Hi. Told you it'd work.
I put out my hand for like a high five for Arno.
I'm a little too short to hit it, but I'll kind of poke it
No,
with
but
my
it's like
staff.
it's like I'm a low five and you're like a high five sort of thing. Ding!
Yeah. Sure. Let's work with that.
Magic's the best.
Magic is pretty great.
They shoot, they throw things. We just do stuff with our minds. So much more fun.
Technically, I do stuff with a whole lot more, but
Yeah.
I'm just walking in now, looking around, trying to. Barnabas is back on my shoulder, resting.
Awesome. The owl has flown back from the sky down below. The deception has worked. The guards are freaked out. They run away. The mist, though, does have an eerie mist, I would say, around it, though. A residual mist over the gravestones at night. The graveyard, unfortunately, has not been well maintained throughout the years. A lot of foliage, crabgrass, weeds cover many dilapidated stones or headstones. Many names are obscured by the overgrown vegetation.
Out of curiosity, does there appear to have been any recent grave robbing?
I don't know. Has there?
I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, if there is, I mean, that's free access to a body, but like.
Maybe that's why the guards were posted. A few nights ago, maybe somebody was robbing graves.
Looks over, finds an open grave with a casket. Ooh.
Cece and Istra lead you guys to into past the graveyard. I'll link you guys a picture though of what I think the graveyard kind of looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking note of some of the names on the graves as I passed, but mostly just for my own sake.
Adeline's gonna sort of do that half jog walk thing and go up to Istra. So Istra, you're a princess.
I was.
Is. I mean, it's hard to get rid of a title once you're born into it.
I agree.
So, if you're a princess, why aren't you, all up in the castle and stuff?
Well, it is a long story. My brother is weak, as you can see.
Yeah.
And I was to be married off. And the old man that I was to marry was not of particular taste. So I decided to go off on my own just before my father was killed or died, allegedly.
And that is when we met, you see.
Hmm.
Look at her. She too good for old man. Pervert. No, thank you. I understand, so I help her.
Rude. Not
See-
all of us are, you dick.
This one not good for her.
Yeah, super pop. Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, yeah, I can see it. All that family issues and stuff.
Yes.
I gotcha. I know how that feels, but to a lesser extent. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The Scarlet Wolves have been very good to me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe you will like them.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
The large footsteps, which kind of thump against the ground, the heavy footsteps of Exodin, trek through the foliage of the overgrown graveyard towards a headstone. Cece, you see this headstone that says, it seems to be more well maintained to a certain degree. It's a large headstone, probably about 5 feet. It says, "Vicious, your life was too short, but you made mine eternal."
Oh.
Do I know anything about this tombstone that I should know?
You reach out and touch the center of the O in the name of Vicious. You hear the mechanical gears crank as one of the slabs moves to its side. Beneath it, you see a darkened chamber, the headquarters of the Scarlet Wolves, or the new headquarters.
Which, by the way, I'm writing that note down. Your life was too short, but you made mine eternal. I'm writing that shit down because that shit is just so sweet, and Arno is so happy with that.
I'm happy.
You guys go below into the Scarlet Wolves.
Hi.
Thomas says, "Well, now or never." He looks over at Exodin. "Do you trust these people?"
You care for my opinion?
He sighs and begins to follow you guys down, I guess, into the den of the Scarlet Wolves, correct?
Fuck it.
Yep, lead the way, Cece.
Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
The den is, dank, dark, and musty. It's cold. It's still masoned. It's a secret lair, almost like a crypt, but spacious, where they gather. Torches are festooned, but it's more well lit than the sewers that you guys just came from. But it's a den of thieves.
Smells bad, but not that bad. Not as bad as sewers.
That's for sure.
What else is in here, CC and Ilarion?
Wait, so I'm gonna say that after like a hallway, there should be like maybe like a lobby of some sorts, where at least one person would be present. Could that be the case?
Sure. You guys begin to walk down the hallway. The torches are lit. Thomas stays close to Exodin. And the
I'm
halfling.
also, I suppose, make sure always right by him.
I don't have a good feeling about this, Thomas says. You guys begin to enter the chamber. A residual mist covers over the floor. And a voice from behind you claps. Oh. The feminine hands of leather clasp together. "So you finally brought him. You were successful then, Cece." A beautiful
Yes, of
woman,
course.
blonde hair, dressed in red, breasts full, thin, but elegant. Her eyes blaze almost like with a reddish look, reddish tone.
What race?
She's human.
Is it? She's human? Okay. Just curious.
She's Ilarian, the guild leader of the Scarlet Wolves. Excellent work. Now we
Of
can collect the
course,
bounty.
No. So, change of plans, darling. So, what if we could get more than just a bounty?
Go on.
Oh.
So Istra, the one that I have been taking care of, she is related to this Thomas.
And how well did she do on her first assignment? Well, it appears that she got her brother Thomas, was able to lure him out. Now we can collect the bounty. Thomas says, I knew it.
No, darling. You see, right now, you know how the current ruler not so good with us Thieves Guild. But if we help them get back into power, we have better benefits later. More than just a bounty.
Nice.
The
So we make
bounty is
Thomas
not-
our puppet.
Not necessarily puppet. I think that no matter what, we help them, they are indebted to us. It is a good thing.
God, you all really are too good for your own fucking good. Just kill him and be done with it. Like,
No. It is better to have them indebted to us. It comes with more benefits in the future. You gotta think ahead, okay?
I like the way you think, Cece.
I'm
Yes.
400 years old. I've been thinking ahead for a long time.
Even further, darling. 400 years not enough.
And who are
My
these
father was
strangers
always
that you brought
thinking.
into our den?
They are our friend. They are our allies. They are supporters of. They are supporters. They are wanting the same as us. Same goal. Same enemies.
I'll tell you who our enemies are, she says.
Go on.
She looks at the rest of you with her eyes. She says, who are you? She looks over at Adeline as she waves to Ilarian.
Right. Adeline Claymore at your service. You know, just
Oh shit! Wait, I never actually got your name. Shit, I probably should have remembered that. All right.
that's Adeline Claymore at your service. Fellow adventurer, go out, in for the money. You pay me, I don't talk. I forget I ever see anything. I'm all yours for a low price of what's on my contract.
Show me this contract.
At this point, I pull it out now. Long ass fucking paper. Let me just go.
And
over
I sort
there.
of do like the stage hands, like,
Here you are.
Let me see this. She takes it with her graceful hands, and she kind of takes it over to the desk. The desk has some shackles on it. She looks over her shoulder to Istra, says, bind your brother for me.
Uh-oh.
Yes, madam.
Istra goes over to the desk, takes the manacles over to Thomas and says, and Thomas just shakes his head, you betray our family name.
Not trust you yet. You
What?
betrayed our
What is your
father.
favorite name?
You've done nothing but hide like a rat.
What? The fuck?
you know, and I leaned down to On. It's like, I know, I was having the exact same thought the other day. Like, just like 2 hours ago. I get so confused. They are brother and sisters, and he hid and like totally forgot his duty. He was supposed to like do something important and stuff. Yeah.
How fucking important is he? Like,
I
what?
know.
Like the next person in line.
Yeah, that.
For what?
The kingdom.
Crown.
The fucking what?
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
But I don't get why this is happening. Like, don't.
Do you know how much fucking power that is?
Yeah, you
Which
don't.
is the reason why they're trying to make a deal.
But to call him a coward
Now you
and then call him
understand,
an
no,
asshole and all
Grandpa.
that stuff.
You understand now. It is a powerful figure. Why turn him in for lousy gold when we can put him
Because then
back?
you gain favor with the current king, and you can
Current
use
king
that
no
king.
good. Current king no good. Do you know?
Aren't you
current
guys
king?
thieves?
Current king is tyrant.
Aren't you all
Grandpa.
thieves? Doesn't that benefit you? I don't give a shit. I don't live here.
Rebels of tyrants go to Thieves Guild. It doesn't mean we're all bad.
So you get more members. Great. I don't fucking what?
Well, two evil people won't be friends with each other. They're just both evil.
Well, that's just rude to call this nice woman evil.
No, I'm
And
talking
we
about,
haven't
I'm
seen
talking
anything
about
evil yet.
hypotheticals. All right, just give you an example.
I'm turning to whoever this lady is. She never actually said her name aloud, so I'm just. Do you consider yourself evil?
I think she's busy reading the contract.
She kind of ignores you. She's going over the contract. Now, let's
enough, actually.
clarify. This contract was signed for 200 gold pieces to Adeline, but who approved of it? Who's the debtor to Adeline?
Which I remember not
I
have
made
signed up to as
Istra
well.
and Thomas, I think, sign it.
You made Thomas sign it?
No, I think I just made Istra.
I think I
you
signed
signed
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it Istra and
Thomas.
Cece?
Thomas, I think I did.
No,
think
I
you
did
signed
not
it.
sign it. It was
Okay.
just Istra.
Istra signs it. She looks over as she goes
Why
through
the
the
fuck did we
contract.
have someone with no power sign it? Why the fuck?
I don't know. She was the princess. I know
You need
the
to get
son
more
of the king
fucking.
who's supposed to be
That's-
the king and the sister of the means it's
Okay.
a princess. I just
You
don't
would-
assume.
You and me are going to the library one of these days, and I'm going to teach you a thing or two about law.
Look, all I'm saying is that in the other places where I grew up, that made you a princess, which made you have like power and stuff. And I didn't actually had no power till, about 5 minutes ago. Hi, and I sort of walk over to a lawyer and stuff like. I mean, if you want to sign it, I will follow through with it and stuff.
How dare you sign something in our name?
And I would take a
Mina.
step back and sort of walk
That's some
backwards.
high.
She looks back at you with a fist of, a glance of anger, and she looks over at CC. And how dare you let your soldiers sign off something? You should know better than this, CC.
It was an emergency. You understand? Emergency.
You know we are short on funds. And she goes over and attacks Istra. Does Istra resist the attack?
I hold him in place.
After
I'm right by him.
they said that we
Not
do not have
Thomas.
to. We are not paying them right now. This instant, we made it so that they get paid after
Yeah,
our
it's-
project is over, and after the project, we get the right.
CC is like rambling, but on like the crack of a wind, she moves with like blistering speed.
Oh god.
Does Istra resist the attack?
No.
She like punches Istra. Istra like doubles over onto the ground, and she looks over at CC. And you should know better yourself to sign any debts in our name. And she attacks CC as well.
CC is going to.
Do you want to
CC's
resist it,
going to-
CC?
Yeah, CC is going to resist and say, "Calm down and listen to us."
She like
you really think that this would look who we brought?
you're like facing her, and then like you like blink your eyes, and she's like behind you,
One silver on
and
the
she's
meter.
like, and she punches you in the kidney from the back. Do you want me to roll the
Oh,
attack
gosh.
roll?
I'm leaning into Adelaide and just like, one silver on the leader.
I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
I mean, hey.
Is there anybody else in the
free
room?
show.
Yeah,
No one else in the
just
room.
Watch.
Just
Yeah,
us.
so I guess she's going to do an attack roll on me.
Do you want me to roll? Do you want to resist the attack from your the leader of the Scarlet Wolves, or do you want to just
Yes.
take the beating?
I am going to resist.
Okay. Let's load up the encounter.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
You look over and you see Istra has just doubled over and just moaning in pain.
Well, that's fun.
Wait,
It was nice knowing you, folks.
yeah,
I'm
quite-
gonna.
Quite excited to see.
I don't think we're getting our money, Miss Adelaide.
Yeah, we might not be getting that money.
I mean, are you kind of surprised at this point that
Roll
we're not?
initiative, CC.
Oh boy.
Oh, wait,
I mean, it was going to be like in the future.
11.
I'm just imagining us two, Adeline and Arno, just having a constant back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just watching this like it's a show.
I'm gonna look
You're
at
up
Thomas,
first.
see how you react.
how do you resist? Shit, you see her like she's behind you. There's no battle board, right? It's just one opponent. You guys are in the depths of the Scarlet Wolves, which is the mafia, essentially. Your leader has disapproved of your action of signing a contract in basically her name, or in the Scarlet Wolves' names without her approval.
So in the contract, does it say like Scarlet Wolves, or does it say Istra, like as an individual?
You've allowed your subordinate, which is your soldier, essentially, Istra, to sign a contract without, going out of the lines of the chain of command of the mafia. If you think about it.
Well, I guess like I thought that she did it as an
You feel her like wind crack behind you with like blistering speed as she begins to try to punch you in the kidney. What do you do?
Is there a way? Let's see. Can I like attempt to either like defend or dodge?
You want to take the dodge action?
Dodge on it.
Yeah, can I take the dodge action?
Yeah. So I just roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
This is
You resist
quite a
me?
show.
I knew I should have turned you as well. She attacks you.
Okay.
Let me
And
roll
can I
the
also
attack.
gauge how Thomas reacted when she punched?
Thomas is manacled, right? She was manacled by Istra. He's just watching and just kind of in shock and horror as Ilarion is blisteringly moving quickly throughout this sewer or crypt.
But was there any like reaction facial wise when like Istra got struck in the face or hit over?
He's shocked. I mean, he has a feeling of shock, upon his face, but he's just kind of accepted
Not
his
like
fate.
out of pity or anger.
He thinks he's fucked. I mean, if you look at him, make an insight roll.
Yeah, I'm wondering how much he actually cared about it.
Sure, we'll get to it in a second. Let me make my unarmed attack with disadvantage. This is her. So her turn is up. She takes a legendary action as an unarmed attack against you. The first attack is a 12, so it misses while you dodge, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Now her action is up, so she takes her full attack on you. She says,
It's good that we're not actually.
She says, "Do you still wish to resist me? Do you still resist?" It's kind of like Agent Smith as he's wailing against Neo in the Matrix, against the wall. I'll just roll again as you hesitate. I roll a natural 20, but the other one is a 19, right? So I roll with
Got it.
disadvantage, so that's a hit. Let me see. She just hit you with the bludgeoning damage. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Not how I thought tonight was gonna go.
She makes her lap. She swings out with her other fist to hit your other kidney to drop you to your knees. Basically a knockout attack. I don't think I'm going to roll lower than that. I don't think she swings and misses. She doesn't hit you.
Okay.
What do you do, CC? Do you resist her beating on you? Still? Or are you going to draw your weapon on her?
No, Cece's not gonna draw her weapon. Cece's just going to.
What is everybody else doing? We're just allowing this beating to commence?
Yeah, no, I am sitting. I have worked at a library for 400 years. I know all about chain of command. This is, it's an extreme version of it, but like Arno is just watching. Although he is trying desperately.
You
to
know we
get
need the
Sonic
gold,
and Lady.
CC. What else do you do, CC? Ilarion
We-
screams out. You see her fangs emerge.
Uh,
And blood, like basically a bloodlust.
Wait, do we all see the fangs?
Yes.
Yeah, do we all see
I
it?
guess there's
Yes.
if I
Do
feel like
we-
she is close to like killing her, or
She's
knock
in
her
a ferocious
unconscious,
she's about to knock her unconscious.
I'm gonna try grapple her.
You're gonna try to grapple her?
Yeah.
Is anybody else gonna try to attack the leader
I just
here.
want to know. I just want to know if I can identify the fact that what that fang means. Like,
Yeah, you know, like this is like giving you all the signs. I mean, you
Vampires?
look over at Istra, who's curled up in a ball of pain on the ground. She's a Dampier, so she must have turned her into a Dampier too, right?
Adeline tone. Sorry, go ahead.
Because you guys are starting to put it together.
Decillion before he goes to try to do
Yeah.
anything.
Decillion.
I'ma be
So
real.
here's the thing: Decillion and Exodin rolls initiative as they enter the second
right.
round of combat.
Adeline turns to Honors like, "Did you still want to do the contract? I know,
dang it.
with the fangs
Fuck
and
it.
stuff."
Tell you what, let's go to her later, and we'll try to
Oh,
make
wait.
a new
Well, that's-
contract.
I won't
Just a
roll
little
at
bit
6.
less.
You got a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna-
go. I want to know how the fuck she did that necromancy shit.
Cool. I'm just gonna kind of sit you in the
Yeah,
dark
we're gonna
and kind of
sit
go
back.
like,
We're gonna sit back and just watch.
yeah, I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I push my spectacles up a little higher and just kind of. We're sitting back. We are not fucking interfering.
No.
Nope.
We're in the
Stop
round
saying
2.
her
Exodin's
good
up.
All right, so I'm gonna. I can notice that Decillion's trying to go to do something about
Yes,
this.
he's trying to
All right,
grapple Ilarion.
I'm going to interject between him and Larian and going to grapple him instead, so he can't do anything stupid.
Do you resist the grapple, Decillion?
Oh boy.
No, actually, I'll just if anything. I'll just stand in my place.
You see, you feel
Like,
the
hopefully
strong.
I'll back up.
You
Like,
feel the
hopefully, like,
strong
he won't-
hand of Exodin come on your shoulder as you try to reach out and grab this woman as this strange, woman who's basically the mob leader, beating her capo to an inch of her life. Cece's up.
Cece's going to. She's going to see that Arno and Adeline are just watching, right?
Yep.
So Cece's going to glance over and say, "It was an emergency. Either they die as witnesses, or they come join our side. It was something we did at the
And you
start of
signed
the month."
you let your soldiers sign the name of the contract for the payment. You know we need the gold. She swings out and attacks you again. As your kind of
I don't
excuse
know.
is not.
Waving.
Yeah. Adeline whispers over to Honor. It's like, just FYI.
I'm assuming you're dodging
It
again.
comes-
Yes.
Okay.
Adeline whispers over to Honor. Just FYI.
I rolled a 16.
If it's
Misses.
death or
Okay.
contract, or you're like, yes, contract, but death. I can contract. But
She
I can
looks
work
into
it.
your
I can
eyes
work it.
as
I
she's
can
like
work it.
kind of
We can work it.
she's kind of like talking with you guys in this midst of combat. She begins to look into your eyes. She says, "Stop fighting. Make a charisma save."
Me?
Yeah, it's a DC 17 charisma save.
Charisma save.
I can work
gosh.
this. I can work this.
Her red eyes filled with rage and anger as you basically bankrupted the Scarlet Wolves in this contract that you signed.
Is this? Wait. Is this even an official contract?
roll a DC 17 wisdom save as your boss is just pissed.
Alright, so
I am currently
sorry.
writing out a new contract as I'm sitting here, by the way.
Okay, so
yeah, and I'm letting just like, you should put that in there too.
Yes, yes.
No death.
wait,
No
sorry.
death.
So wisdom saving
No
throw? or
total.
charisma
Wisdom-
saving?
Very
It's a
fine
wisdom
print
saving throw.
of like,
Okay.
don't fucking kill us, please, oh god.
Also, say no to the vampire.
You rolled a 5.
Five.
I like staying
yeah.
alive.
So you're charmed by her now, right?
Oh gosh. Okay.
You
Well,
look into her eyes and you're just like mesmerized. She says, "I told you not to resist." And she takes her backhand and just slaps you across the face and knocks you out. You go flying like 4 or 5 feet across the room. Your body is like cold almost, beat within an inch of your life. I knew I should have turned her. This defiance will not stand. You come to your feet, Istra. Your lower like chest where she pummeled you is like sore, right? You have 1 hit point. And the same goes for Cece.
Well, that was quite the display of prowess.
Yes.
She like goes over to a chest and opens it up with some of her keys that she has on her thing. Opens it up and pulls out a bag of gold. She apparently is counting some gold out.
No.
CC is, after she gets blown off, she's hurt. She looks over and says,
Wait, are we actually getting paid?
No. She says, do you really think the contract is real?
We thought it was. Is it? Is it not?
We signed in good faith.
Would you like to die, darling?
No.
I mean, to be fair, I am interested in her form of death.
I'm not. It's very cool. I'm happy, sort of like.
Oh shit,
how
balls!
I am.
I got my quill.
Officially, the contract is not real. Do you understand that the person who signed
her
it
entirely now, and I'm watching the leader.
Yeah, so CC
is she still pulling gold?
CC's gonna just CC's saying
sure they came back.
CC's basically saying her name was Eladrin, right?
Ilarion.
Sorry.
Yep.
Ilarion, you did not sign it. It is not real.
You signed in my name, though, and you had your soldier sign.
No, we did not. Read the contract properly.
I
Calm
am
down.
elbowing Adeline's shin, and I am just yes.
It is not real.
It looked real enough. The signatures looked real. Are you
Where
calling
is
me
it?
a liar?
It is not. She's gonna look over to Arno and Adeline and say, It is not real, correct?
Oh, you wish for us to lie? Okay, sure. And I am now ignoring her again and just saying, I'm not going to speak for my compatriot and my. Are we business partners now? Fuck it.
CC, you have a lot of good ideas, but you also have a lot of harebrained ideas, and this is one of them. And the Scarlet Wolves always pay their debts. She walks over with 200 gold and hands it to Adeline. She says, "That's the last of it." She gives a glaring look at CC, and
CC's going to look over and say, "You take it, and don't be afraid if you're dead tomorrow morning by the sewage."
And I put me opening up the gold to start taking out a handful of the hand on him. I kind of put it back down, one moment, and I turned to Arno and I kind of grab him and have a wistful conversation with him. It's like, okay. I mean, do you want to do an IOU with an addendum that says we don't die and shit? Because no offense, I really don't want to fucking die. I can take an IOU.
Actually, can I before this happens, can I insight the
Ilarion,
try to see if she actually intends to keep this contract and not kill us, because that was stipended in the footnotes. Don't kill us, please, oh God.
Was it though?
I don't think. I think you tried to. You were drafting a new contract to amend stuff like that into it, so it's not in the original contract.
It's not in the original.
When I wrote the longer version, I wrote at the bottom in a much more
some fine print.
Don't kill print of "Don't kill us."
Why don't you just? I mean, this is one of those things where you just roll a d20 and we see where it is, right?
Insight or just d20?
Well, what are you trying to insight on Ilarion? What are you trying to get?
I just want to see if she genuinely means to keep the contract and not fucking kill us later.
She's handed the gold off. Apparently, the contract has been kept.
Well, fuck. Okay.
We can do it. We can give it back and we do an IOU so they would pay us back later.
I have a question that I need to ask Miss Ilarion first.
Okay, quickly ask your question. I sort of turn around and I force him. He has a question he wants to ask.
I am happy to give back my portion of the gold if you are willing to answer but a few questions.
I can take an IOU for later. I know, to be paid in 6 months. Or
you want to give the gold back? You want to tear up the contract?
I kind of just don't want to.
Quite. I'm more willing to pay you for answers.
He's willing to do that. I'm willing to lend the money back to be returned at the conclusion of taking back the crown for Thomas or whatever deal you're going on with interest.
Well,
How
of
about that?
course,
After
she
you-
looks over at Istra and Cece. I think now this means we should definitely turn in Thomas and collect the bounty to cover your debts that you've incurred. The debts to our
I'm
family.
satisfied.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle towards.
What? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, this always happens. I'm gonna shuffle towards. It's just like, do you wish to intend to imprison your brother for the gold, or do you truly wish to at least put you guys back on the throne with him in line?
I don't think he goes.
He's a good man.
He's a good man.
He would be a better ruler than this pretender.
Yeah,
And my father was good to your guild and your
Get
husband.
pretenders. Get pretenders.
I say that to Illyrian. And he kept good faith with the wolves.
There
And
was
my
a
brother
peace,
will do
yes.
the same.
The family is what's better to us than the current ruler. You know this.
Cece, you did make a good point before you let your soldiers sign this stupid contract and put us more into deeper trouble than we need to be. I suggest I turn Thomas into one of my spawn so we can command him to do whatever we want, and he'll be a puppet king.
And I kind of turn to Arno again. It's like, new contract. We lend the money back for payment with interest after this. Look, man, I just don't want to fucking die or anything. And she scares me.
That's good. She should scare you.
Yes. No, with the teeth and shit and with the punch. No. Okay? No. I said nothing.
I will help you write up a contract, but I'm keeping my funds. I'm paying her for
Okay.
information.
What is your
I take
question,
out-
Gnome?
This is something that's better asked in private later. If you don't mind.
What audience do you have with the Scarlet Wolves? You apparently found Thomas Viggal. That is all I asked for Cece and Istra to find, as well as these other compatriots.
I'm just wondering about your, shall we say, physique.
Yes. She leans down. The secrets of the gods have many untold secrets to tell.
Oh, I know. As someone who is studying, shall we say, the dead.
She reaches out with her cold hand and rubs it across your nose, a little bit in your beard.
I am a taken man. I apologize, please. He is wearing a wedding ring, actually, as you now see him fiddling with it.
Now, you wouldn't be the reason why all those guards are poking their noses around the graveyard, are you? There has been a bunch of graves being turned up recently.
He flushes a very bright red. Maybe? I
So
needed-
you're a
I
grave
needed test
robber.
subject. Maybe once or twice. I needed test subjects. I need knowledge. I need information.
Well, you won't find it here, and you won't find it in our graveyard. This
Precious.
is our territory, and you can't be involved.
So noted, but you don't know anything at all?
Not yet. Not for someone like you.
Curses.
I kind of raised my hand sort of awkwardly.
Yes.
If I were to, let's say, new contract, new deal of I lend you the money back with the idea that I would get paid back with interest after whatever plan CC has comes to fruition. I'd be okay with that. With the stipulation that you don't kill us, and the fame thing, very cool, great. I like my body the way it is. I want to stay this no toning thing.
She walks over with a grace to Thomas Viggal and says, "What do you think, Istra? Should we turn your brother and make him a puppet? My puppet."
I would step in.
The large Exodin and the Halfling step in between this. What do you guys do?
I kind of push him back, where Exton would be up front, and I'm kind of a bit off to the side, but pushing him back,
Sure.
get some distance.
People would never accept him, mistress.
I have no love of the lords.
Our
Yeah.
funds are dependent on him taking back the throne. If you turn him into one of your puppets, he's not going to be able to take it back. Nobody will allow that, and you know it.
Yeah, it's if people find out of what you've done, not only that he would be dethroned, it would give a legitimate reason to give it back to the old king. I mean, the new king right now, and then they would come after you for your entire guild with no remorse.
He
CC,
has no.
your compatriots are speaking words of wisdom, where you do not, putting us into deep debt.
I have extended a contract to Adelaide, by the way.
And I kind of read through it, and it's sort of the addendum of we pay back the money, we lend 200 gold for things with a 1% interest based off of, I don't know, time.
The interest is asterisks.
Did you hand this contract to Ilarion to try to
That's
barter
a
with her
bad
in some
one.
way?
I am out of that contract. I have pulled out.
Yeah.
I've gotten what I wanted.
Yeah. And I kind of hi, ma'am, cool, man.
I have written
boss,
it.
super boss
partner.
lady.
Yes.
How about this contract? I kind of hold the gold things and stuff, and there's the things that says, "Don't kill me, please," and stuff like that. Would that be agreeable? Please.
I am her lawyer.
Yes, that.
You know I'm not
Apparently.
stupid, darling. I brought them here knowing that they would be of use to you.
To be fair, I'd rather not die before I manage to complete my goal. So,
I do have a lot of stories. Nothing about you guys. It's just, I have a name that I need to spend to the people. Get myself known.
Well, we do need gold, and that was the reason why I had you go fetch your brother. I did expect him to be killed, though, so we could collect the gold to increase our influence, CC.
do you want him dead?
No.
Well, apparently that is not what you want, and you all make good points.
I don't give a fuck. I'll kill him right now. I've got my staff at the ready, just waiting for someone to say go.
No.
Great, Thomas says.
Look, no offense to you, sir, but if I kill you, I can get more sway with the current king and then get access to whatever fucking arcane knowledge I want.
No, darling, you are naive. Current king would never, ever listen to a single word you
Oh, well.
say.
That's a
Bring in
risk.
my brother. He'll kill you anyway.
I didn't
Versus
expect you
Jake.
to be caught up in these politics, CC. This is beneath us. Go out and extort a few bums, so we can get some gold running through our coffers again.
Darling, you know that we are in trouble with the current king.
This king, who
opportunity.
cares?
An opportunity came along for us to actually have a better life, for not just for you, not just for me, but for everybody here that had to run away, that do not have anywhere else to go. We are trying to get a better life for ourselves, and you know this. There is an opportunity for us to have. Of course I take it.
She gets right in your face as you're talking to her. She smiles, her fangs show, and she licks her lips a little bit.
Quick question.
Yeah,
How long has the current king been in power? I don't think that was ever mentioned.
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks?
Oh, really?
It's not been a while.
But I think
we've had
But the guy is known as the advisor of the previous king. So
Has it ever been shown that he's been a bad leader yet?
Well, he did. He unrightfully did come into power.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, but
full-on
does he-
assassination. thing.
he's been leader for 2.5 weeks. Has he done anything crazy or bad?
I think it's common knowledge, public knowledge that he basically put himself into power in a very
I'm asking from my
shady
perspective.
way,
I'm new here, but I could probably have talked about. I'm sure it was all over talk of the town when I arrived. So it's
Mhm.
Doesn't matter which king is in control, one king or another. Doesn't matter.
yeah, a king is a king. Politics
This-
is a bunch of bullshit anyway.
This man smells like shit anyways. How could he be a king?
Yeah, that's all fucked.
I can see your thinking, though. I like that. Well, Cece, how do you suggest we fill our coffers?
Well, these people that I brought, they are bodies, no? We can use.
No, you.
They are bodies. We can go make more money with the new bodies we have.
Well, I did hear of a
And-
few things. Apparently, the Merchant Guild is throwing a tournament. 100 gold per head. But it is one of those things where I'm sending my best men in, and of course I don't care about these strangers. But at least you could pay off your gold. Both of your entries could pay off this $200 gold to this woman here. That you owe me.
Cece's gonna look over and say, well, I think it has been clarified that this gold is going to be given to this lady after Thomas is back in power. Yes?
We want to put this person, her brother, back in the power of the king. So we want to overthrow the king. We're now in the overthrowing king business.
I am just saying, well, one thing
You know,
one
there's
thing
a pretty
at a
easy
time.
solution right now. There's
One
a
thing-
pretty easy. You know what?
Beans in pockets. Not a bad idea.
How healthy does our good friend Thomas look?
He looks like he looks pretty good, but of course the makeup is like made him look pretty bad and gaunt. You know, he's also kind of has a shit smell about him.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna cast something on him.
You see
I mean,
Arno
we
begin to
can see
cast
it.
I want to
magic.
kill his ass. I'm starting to call upon magic on my staff.
Are we allowing
Fuck
Arno to
this.
kill this guy?
Of course
this.
not.
Kill Thomas?
No.
I'm good.
Adeline will kind of
I'm-
smack his hands.
That fucking dick.
And then I'm going to
It's a
grapple him.
solution. Look at
Grappling
this.
him.
It's a solution,
bastard.
but you don't do it until like a decision gets made. Oh no, you seem like a great guy. I really like your magic. It seems really cool. I feel like we've
Thank
had this
you.
bonded moment where you've been acting as my lawyer and stuff, but just like
It's a solution.
it's a
None of you can agree yet. Bam,
Well,
done.
if that's the solution that gets picked, then let's do it. But we don't preempt the great, magnificent leader of this fine thieves guild. You don't
Hilarious.
fuck with the mafia leader, bro! Wait for him to make a decision first.
She wants him dead right now, don't you?
I don't
I'm
know
looking
how
for a
to-
solution, Gnome. Of course, you know. I'm not
There's
looking
a
to you.
solution.
You're not a part of the family, are you? Unless, of course,
Not
you
particularly.
want to be. She looks at you with
I'm
like this.
good, thank you. I'd like to keep my will my own. But I appreciate the sentiment.
I am saying that you're making us sound, Ilarian, as if we are currently, we need to give this lady 200 gold right now, as if this contract is for real. But I am saying,
You're all caught up on the contract
the-
and not on the man.
but I'm saying the money was supposed, if it is real, the money was supposed to be given after, after Thomas gets back into power. So we are not in
Purely-
debt. We are not.
Purely out of curiosity, how in the hell do you propose to overthrow a whole ass king?
Great point,
People are
Gnome. How do we plan to overthrow this king,
How in the
Cece,
world
since
do
you're
you-
in the king throwing
You gotta
business
get
now?
into the palace, kill his ass, and then get Thomas back in there, into the position of power. You've either gotta cause a full uprising of this goddamn city, or do it sneakily and assassinate him. I know damn well sure I can't do any of that. Good luck if you want to.
All I
Yes,
care
that-
about is gold, Cece, and you know this.
I
And to overthrow this king, we're going to need a lot of it to build up our resources, as well as
it
pay off the
doesn't-
debt that you've now incurred on behalf of your soldier, this snotty-nosed noble,
I
and
am
her
going to
stupid
start
brother
walking
that think they
towards
can be the
Thomas.
king. What do you want to try to do with the Thomas?
I'm just walking towards him and I'm gonna like try to flick him in the forehead, see if he comes to any like more consciousness and awareness, and be like, "Hey,
Thomas
You don't got
like
any
takes
gold
a
left in your
step behind. He takes a step behind Exodin and Arno. They seem
oh,
to
I
be
thought
kind
he
of
was
protecting
shackled
him.
to a table.
He's not shackled to a table. He's just manacled, but he can move around if
He's
he
just
wants to.
manacled.
Yeah.
Ah, I thought he was shackled to a table. I'm just
No.
gonna kind of approach and be like, "All right, listen, you don't have any gold in your family's coffers? I don't think so, considering you got fucking knocked."
Thomas responds. He says, once the Ian took over, of course I lost all the treasury and so forth.
Not
And
so. I'd
and-
say his head's worth about 1,000 gold right now, and that's about all he's worth.
Well, the thing is that it doesn't with the even though it's been past couple of weeks, a lot of people are unpleasant, and that's just a couple of weeks. Imagine what that's going to be spread out through the kingdom that this has happened. So, and on top of that, there's probably a lot of nobles that supported the old king, and now this one that's been exiled. So you may think 1,000 gold is a lot right now, but imagine what nobles might still support him that would be willing to dump a lot more than just 1,000 gold.
Are there any whispers around that I may have heard as I was roaming? Like, to see if they actually support the new king or not? Because I'm genuinely curious. Like, is he been, quote, bad ruler so far? Because if he hasn't, why wouldn't we just hand him in and be done with it?
good idea.
The nobles in support of Thomas. I am
Then
sure
go
they
ask
would.
the nobles.
Then we can. Perhaps that is the next step. Yes.
Sure, fuck it. I don't.
Yeah,
I
get
don't-
finances, maybe political support in some way. I know it's crazy.
This is a
and
lot of bullshit.
a lot.
I don't. We don't. Why the fuck would we do this political bullshit?
Because it turns into gold, and gold makes Illyrian happy.
Well,
That just sounds like politics and money making with extra steps.
Well, speaking
Like-
of,
We could just walk away and be done with this. Or we could be in this for years and never get out of it.
if
we
we
don't have
walk
to-
away from this opportunity now, do you really think we won't regret it later? Especially with
Honestly?
this current king?
No, I don't think we'll regret it. Because if worst comes to worst, you just kill the king and put someone new there. Ta-da!
What do you
Big
think,
solution.
Istra? What should we do with your brother?
I think you should let him live, at least for now. I think he would be a much better friend to the wolves than Ian. And I think that once he gets back in power, he would repay us kindly for helping him and not serving his head. He does have a memory, even though it may be short.
Dealing with thieves, Thomas says. Looks like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. Wouldn't you agree? Or they could
Actually,
say,
I think you're stuck between a sewer and death.
well, I'm stuck between a halfling and a dragonborn.
Fair enough, old man. Oh, young man.
and plus, it
God, I
doesn't.
love being lawful evil. Oh,
It doesn't mean that we have to be here through the entire process. Just at least get the ball rolling. It's like once, because to a certain point, if we do find greater support, then they'll have more assets than we'll ever provide.
To overthrow a king would require stealth and subterfuge. It will definitely require more resources and skill and expertise than your knucklehead could provide there, CC. But there probably is a few opportunities and ways to do it. One is this arena thing. I have also heard of a dragon that lives in the sea. And of course, dragons always have a lot of money. They say this dragon used to overlook Stormbrook before the last war.
what?
And of
So,
course, she
dragon-
goes over to this her desk and pulls up a note. She says the Adventurers Guild's always posting bullshit tasks for people like you to accomplish. She hands it over to Adeline. She says apparently they've tried to reopen the mines on the commandments of this king you want to overthrow, Lord Parnish.
Aren't too bad.
Yeah.
There's a mine in the deep woods southwest of here, but apparently some type of beast is preventing the miners from moving in.
Beast in the mines.
I'm sure this is a way maybe you could get an audience with the king as well. If you're able to slay this beast. There's more ways to skin a cat, or
To be fair, you can get an audience with the king just by bringing that guy in.
that is true too.
And then you get paid and he's dead.
I agree.
Sorry,
Just
quick
ignore the
question.
old man. That's fine.
Yes, that's fine. So are we signing this new contract with me lending you the money to be paid back later, or are we not? I'm just curious.
Make a persuasion roll.
I mean, one way or another.
You made somebody with no power sign a contract, and you think it is not void.
You had your soldier sign a contract on behalf of the Scarlet Wolves.
I did not. Somebody with no power signing a contract in her name? You really mean that? You really think that means a thing in this city?
She raises her hand to slap you across the face. She says, "Be quiet and know your place."
Boss thinks that your boss seems to have the honor, which, by the way, I do appreciate, madam. Thank you very much.
She takes the contract and she looks at it, and she looks up and she says, "This contract is meaningless." And she tears it up.
Ooh.
She's like, okay, "I will not be put into debt by some peasant."
It was an awful. I'm just gonna shut up and go in the corner. Okay, cool.
Just keep your gold.
Do I want to go into further debt? No. We need gold, CC, and take these adventures and figure something out. And CC, Alarian takes Thomas and begins to walk him down the hallway. Do we let her take Thomas?
No.
I want to kill him.
No.
I think if she holds on to him, you'll be safe, and if we can come up with the gold.
She looks back at Exodus. Is there a problem?
By the way, if she holds on to him, either he's dead or he's turned, one way or another. You guys aren't getting what you want. She's telling you. Although, actually, no, I trust your word. You probably are honest about it. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna leave. I'll be outside. I've got what I need. Bye. I'm just walking out.
Arno, in disgust, leaves. Exodin,
I'm done.
You kind of stop Larian taking Thomas just away, essentially, probably to a jail cell or something, and the Scarlet Wolves. What do you want to do, Exodin?
I'll kind of stop her, and I'll be saying, I have no care for any of those who are born into privilege, and that goes along with yourself. What do you intend to do with him?
Well, apparently Cece and Istrad do not want to kill him. You guys all want to overthrow the king for some reason. Now go figure out a way to do it, and I'll keep him here for now. But if you don't return in a week, I'll hand him over to Ian myself. Collect the gold.
Can I tell if she's telling the truth? The mainly part that she's going to keep him here?
Make an insight roll.
I'll roll that.
Unknown.
Oh my gosh, two nat ones?
Yeah.
Again?
The two nat ones again from the Halfling? And she looks over at Decilian. Not so lucky today. And she walks off with him.
I like her.
So lucky.
She walks off with a swagger to her hips.
I like her.
The mist falls behind her. Do you want to stop her at all, or are we just letting him take him away?
I think the dragon sounded good.
Honestly, I'm not gonna risk my life for him, so I'm gonna just let it go.
Yeah, hopefully what we get can be enough to show her that she doesn't have to turn him in. But it's a big risk.
You guys are in. Arno has walked off in disgust. You guys are still in this meeting room. Yeah, you guys are still in this meeting room.
I'm just outside waiting.
What do you guys do?
So first off, kind of sorry about that. I thought the contract said to be paid later. I wasn't expecting that. So sorry for the issues.
You are 200 gold richer still.
Yeah, so totally sorry.
Hey! Proud of you,
Scarlet
kid.
Wolves are known for keeping their contracts.
I didn't think she was going to take it seriously. If I knew, then I would have never allowed it.
I am very sorry.
I mean, okay, so that's not cool that you thought they were signing a contract in bad faith. That's like a bad thing to do. Like that's not a nice thing. But
there's a
looking
difference
around,
between signing a contract with your personal name as an individual, as the princess. That is what I thought you were doing, not signing in the name of the wolves. That is not something you have the power to do.
I thought it was going to be paid when he took the throne.
It does not matter. That is not something you have the power to do. You as an individual sign this contract. You, if you want to, can pay her back. But it is not the wolves' duty to pay this lady anything. You did not have the power, and it is also her fault for getting the signature of somebody who did not have the power in the first place. This contract is void. Legally, if you want to take it, I am here.
I mean,
You
I'm
know
not
that I
gonna,
would win.
I'm not gonna give you the money because if I would give it to anyone, I'd give it to the boss lady. And I kind of gave an option, and she kind of said no. So I'm just gonna keep it for now and feel a little bad for. Oh no, you're not here. I hear as on.
No, you're not here. You're not. I'm not here. Keep it. You got 200 gold.
Yeah, so I'm
Use it.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm very sorry. I will learn from you better.
Well, we can start off with either she hands over the 200 gold to me right now,
No.
or she helps us figure out how we get more gold.
Kind of obligated to help you, so I probably will because screw my crushing sense of morality that even though I try not to, I still kind of have it, unfortunately.
Yes, if you were not aware, look at me, look at Istra. We got hit.
I feel
Or
like
you.
that it's not entirely me. We signed a contract, and it's not. So it's kind of on you guys, and I'm going to shut up now, and I will promise to help you guys. How about that? Cool.
You were supposed to have died in the sewer if not for me.
Okay, so you'll
As long as you understand that your life right now is because we did not kill you on the spot for being a witness in the sewers. As long as you understand that, we are good.
That's the reason we wrote the contract in the first place.
Oh my god.
No. Listen. What's done is done. We come up with more gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll help. Just I'm an associate, not a member of your thing. Like I'm a friend of a friend sort of situation.
Yes. And the grandpa outside that was not thinking very straight. Apparently he was invading our territory and robbing the graves.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Perhaps we could use that against him. No, if not me, somebody will.
Cool.
Illerin.
Yeah, but I'm just sort of imagining that Adeline, that Susan's kind of stalking Adeline as Adeline sort of keeps backing up and running away from her in the room, including hiding behind people and stuff. Because no offense, your entire group kind of scares me a bit.
What did we have to do within a week before she would turn into Thomas on her own?
Find a way to
source of gold, make
throw
money.
Throw over the king.
Just find a way, or we had to actually throw him over?
We need to have a plan basically on how to overthrow a king.
All right.
We need to have like the means.
At least a beginning.
A plan with Rick that is gonna actually work.
The money thing just is in general probably would be helpful because then you can hire people to do
because a
things
rebellion costs money unless you're really good at lying.
I think
would have been easier to just give in.
I think we kind of came up with the start of a plan. This is sort of out of character. Where we were saying that if Istra's family and Thomas's family had a lot of noble supporters beforehand, then we can reach out to them to try to do something about the situation, gain connections, gain favor, whatever it might be. So that seems to be the start of our plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it, but it's like, you can do it first. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, because I'm just looking at it as like all this membership of Thieves Guild and overthrowing a king and finding out a plan and then fighting all day. I'm just ready to hit the bed. Can we just find somewhere to sleep?
Oh, are we sleeping in a tavern tonight, or are we stay? I'd rather not rough it.
I'm not
unless we
sleeping
have-
in the graveyard.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to either.
Well, since we do not have the wanted criminal along with us, I'm sure we can go to the tavern and get place to sleep. Just know that the Thieves Guild now know all of your faces. Do not try to run. We know where you are. We know what you do. And then
I didn't think that through.
and Cece's going to start heading outside. Let us be off to the tavern. And then she's going to is Grandpa outside still?
Yes, he's leaning against a tree and he's got a book on his,
All right.
on his
Cece's-
lap and he's just drawing.
Cece's gonna yell out, "Grave robber, you!"
He doesn't look up, but there's an eyebrow quirked in acknowledgement.
You know what you did wrong. You are not. You are
got
a
proof?
crim-
I don't
Oh,
think there's any proof as to who did it.
You admitted it in front of everybody not long ago. Really, you are
Really?
going to do this?
Did I? I didn't admit to anything. I neither confirmed nor denied. Which actually, as I don't know if you're getting closer, but he is drawing the moment you got gut punched. Closes it up, tucks it away. So, did you kill him or what?
What do you think?
I think you're fools that didn't kill him and think you can overthrow a government.
And I think you're a grave robber who thinks he, has some kind of hold on his life when he was
Technically-
trespassing. You were trespassing over the Thieves Guild's territory,
it
grave
was-
robber. So you
Technically, it was
either
trespassing
work
over there.
You either work along with us, or we'll make sure that you get the
Oh, I was
consequences
gonna stick
of
around
robbing.
Adeline. I was gonna stick around Adeline anyways. At least she's interesting.
All right, then go ahead. If not,
I'm not working for you. I'm just here for knowledge, and apparently, your little boss clearly knows a lot more than she's letting on.
Yes. I'm just saying, there are consequences to being robbing graves
I
in
think
our
you're getting-
territory.
You almost got dangerously close to getting bitten tonight, didn't you?
Oh, if I've gotten bitten, you would have been the first one I went after, darling. No worries there.
I'm just gonna go cut in between them and go, "I'll see you for another night." Gosh.
Hey, this is too fun. It's so fun. She's so easy to rile up.
I have no money. Will anyone cover my costs for the tavern?
Oh no,
gotcha.
yeah, well, or Adeline, whoever has the money, they can at least do that for us.
Yes.
I can cover the cost of
Tell you what. How about this? You help me dig up a grave real quick, and I'll buy you several drinks. I'll buy you a couple rounds.
You know what? I'll help with that. I'll definitely help with that.
Thank you. See,
This night's already
one
weird.
here is nice.
This night's already weird enough. Why not? At least I get something to drink.
I need
Question.
to examine some bodies.
Do you remember the Thieves Guild, what we taught you what to do if somebody trespasses and steals from our territory and are killed? Do you remember?
I think I do.
What did it say? Do you know? Do you think that what could possibly be the consequences for doing that to the Thieves Guild?
There have been people found with no blood, just left. Kind of like a butcher would do. And I
Can I
wouldn't want
just-
any of you to end up like that.
Can I just grin? I'm gonna grin and start muttering an incantation under my breath.
Okay.
And I would like to cast something.
As you kind of like
On
bring out your
our
shovel,
defense.
you're like CC and Istra kind of make like a passive threat.
Hey, CC,
What
Could
are
you
you
do me a
mumbling
favor?
about?
could you do me a favor?
What are you mumbling about?
Could you make a wisdom saving throw? I'm gonna cast Cause Fear on you.
Wow. Let's see. Ten.
10, you are now afraid of me.
Great.
As I just
Great,
look at you
lovely.
and I just go, really? You want to try to send the undead at the necromancer? Oh, you're such a doll.
He's
Come.
insane.
And then I'll drop it and then just start walking off towards the grave.
He's
Well,
insane. I do
I
not
am
deal with him.
going to the tavern.
I was like, yeah, sure, I'll join you, and sort of walk behind Isha. Once again, sorry, I'm gonna be
Pause
honest.
at the grave, take note of the name, and then just walk off after them towards the tavern.
Yeah. I
I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
I had my fun.
I just want to say sorry. Again, I didn't think that would happen.
I didn't either. I didn't know how low on funds the guild was.
Yes, I thought the contract was more like, I owe you later. You know, like in a month or something. I didn't realize it was getting. I mean, I'm not upset because it's nice to have some funds and it was in the contract, but yeah, sorry for getting you punched. Okay. Cool.
I'm sorry
that
for
she's
being
gonna-
a fool.
It's okay. She's not gonna come and like train me of blood, is she? Your
I don't
boss.
think
Okay.
so. Not today.
That's not helpful whatsoever. But I'll buy you a drink anyways, because I feel bad. Why do I feel bad? I shouldn't feel bad, but I feel bad. This is what happens when you get
Can I
really
use-
symbols.
Can I use my healing surge to use some of my hit dice?
Yes.
Did I do that the same?
Your hit dice have not refreshed, right? You did it already in the sewer, so you have to take a long
Oh,
rest,
right,
right, for it to refresh.
Okay.
You guys are all walking south to the ports. You guys have now exited the graveyard. The graveyard's guards have not returned, obviously spooked, and they're not getting paid enough to handle this haunted bullshit, and they've just like booked it. You guys have exited. Now you guys are like going through the town. The town at night obviously dies down a little bit, but Stormbrook is a large port city in the continent of Orin. You guys head south. The ships do dock, though. There's not a lot of activity, I would say, but over the horizon, really, or where it is, the ships can come in, and it is somewhat active. You guys can see the lanterns on the ships as cargo is being offloaded and unloaded. The merchants have reestablished trade, and the guilds of the merchants have become established power players in the city once again. You guys are headed to the Giant Bar. It's the name of the inn.
The giant
The
bar.
giant
That's
bar.
amazing.
The Giant Bar. You guys walk into the Giant Bar. What do you guys do?
Well,
need
I
a
would like to
drink.
look around and I want to know what it looks like in here. Is it actually giant? Because that sucks for me.
Like,
Everything's like kind of normal. It's just like a standard inn, but a lot of sailors are coming in that night, drinking. There's like women kind of around, trying to get the sailors' attention.
Very pointedly, avoid any, shall we say, ladies of the night, and just start pushing my way towards the bar. Excuse me, pardon me.
The barkeep, which is a fat dwarven woman, gets up on a stool, looks over the edge, and doesn't see anybody. And so she like really tries to lean over the bar with her hoofy like thing, and she says, "How can I help you?"
He's slowly pushing himself up onto a stool or whatever seats there are, and just, fuck.
Her hair is
This windy
braided.
little
She's
arms.
dressed in like kind of a German, kind of outfit.
3
3 what?
drinks. What What else am I asking for?
Ales?
Yay!
Alright. I'll bring them right to you.
Thank you.
Do you want the sippy cup version, or do you want
Shut the fuck up.
just pulling your chain. What else does everybody want?
I walk up
added-
and also get one too.
Oh,
On
I've
him,
gotten. I've gotten
Yeah,
three.
no, I'm
one
getting
for.
four.
I've got three. One for Decillion and one for Exodus.
Adeline's gonna go up to the ball. It's like, hello, Talbot. I was
got the
wondering if you
boys.
guys have any rooms available for the night.
I'll roll a d20 to see if they're all booked out.
I hate you.
I know. You can hate me or hate the dice. It's your pick. If I roll high, it's good for you. How many rooms you need there, sweetie?
Let's see. Two for those. Three.
She brings the drinks around. She's like, puts them there.
3 to 4 depends on what's the cost of the rooms and how many they can fit, and as such.
I slide the drinks over to Exodus and Decillion and just take mine, which is giant in my fucking hands. Just. I need this.
Same here. I'm only an inch taller.
Chugs it like it's fucking Sunday. Boom.
She says, do you want a nice room or a crap room?
Well, one nice room at least, and maybe 2 to 3 okay rooms.
You're a little indecisive now, aren't you? Still, like one of the sailors bumps into you and like spills some beer on you. Sorry about that.
It's fine. I am the one paying for the rooms tonight because I lost the bet, but you know.
2 silver for the nice room, a silver for the okay rooms, and 5 copper for the crap rooms. She goes to like the key rack, she's like, what do you want?
1 nice room, 3 okay rooms.
Okay. If you need some company, there's certainly a sailor or two in here which wouldn't mind spending a night with someone like you. We have all kinds of visitors coming from Husad.
I look around and say, I'll make a decision if one catches my fancy.
You want a drink as well?
Do you have any wine?
What kind of bar is this? We're the giant bar.
Exactly. I was just figured I'd ask just in case.
We got ale, and then we got more ale, and then what else do you think we got? The dwarf
Do you have any
woman's like,
mead?
no, we got more ale.
Good points. I figured I'd ask. In that case, I'll get a pale ale.
I really should get your name.
You want her name?
I want her fucking name.
Oh,
She
God,
is
here we go.
amazing. She is amazing.
Fucking name time, guys. You guys are busting my balls for this.
gosh.
Look, I like her. I'm getting her name. She is amazing.
What's her background?
Do you guys want the
Ale,
family tree as
more
well?
ale. Even more ale. That's all I
Birthday.
need.
What sign is she?
Insight check.
Gwynnemere. It's my name.
Gwenamil?
And all these drunk fucks are looking for an easy lay. She's like, excuse me, and she like goes around the bar to help another sailor out.
How is that spelled?
We'll spell it out in the chat for you if you want me to.
I will
Yes,
go over
thank
to
you.
the rooms and I will go to Istra and hand Istra an OK key. So for you and Cece, I will hand over to the ceiling for you and Exodus. Hand the last OK key to Arno for you, and I'm gonna go have a nice long nap.
Wait, am I sharing a room with somebody? You said?
Exodus.
I mean,
Oh,
we are.
Arno.
we-
You
wanna
guys
bug with
figure
me,
out
you
your-
can.
No, that's
We're tiny.
fine. That's
We're
fine.
tiny. We're tiny folk.
Works with
You
me.
guys
So-
can do whatever you want.
Right, do whatever
As
the fuck you want.
long as we get the room with the window. I just want a window.
It doesn't. It's an. I got OK rooms for us all, and then I will leave to go up to my nice room. Okay,
my-
so that
Throw my
was
key and just.
that was.
Alright.
So the OK rooms were 2 silver apiece, and the nice room was 5, right?
The nice room was 2 silver. Okay, rooms
the
were
nice
1
was-
silver. Yep.
Okay, and the OKs were 1 silver.
You hand her like a gold piece just to pay for it all?
Yeah.
Okay. What
How
else
much
is
for
over
my
there?
drinks, by the way?
The drinks, don't make me look it up.
I mean, you don't have to. If you, I mean, I can just knock over. I'm just more.
I need
of,
the
like,
whole menu. No,
curious
I'm
of,
just
like,
kidding.
I would
I think
like
it's
to,
like a
I would
silver or a
like
few
to
copper.
also buy a drink
A silver
for
to
CP
silver.
to apologize.
It's
getting us
4
in
copper
trouble.
pieces for an ale.
Oh shit balls. Okay. Well, so I got 3, so that's 12.
Yep.
88. All right, cool. I'll just knock off 1 gold piece.
1 gold.
It's-
It's 0.04 gold pieces, right?
Yep. And so I got 88 copper in return. Done.
She's like, I don't have enough of that. We don't have enough copper in the till for that. She hands you the change in silver, right?
Perfect. So 8 copper, 8 silver. Fucking.
That's
A.
right. I didn't know we were
I would
having
like to buy a
nobles in the
drink.
house tonight.
Well,
I'm not a noble, just a humble librarian.
Probably a bugger.
Smiles. You
I will put
what?
down 1 silver. It's like, what's the nicest ale that you have? Like what's,
She pulls out like a regular glass of ale. She's like, have at it, sweetie.
Cool. Can I get change for this? And I push over a silver.
Yeah, she hands you back the change.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
I leave
6
1
copper back.
copper. And I leave 1 copper on the table as a tip. And I
Oh, you're
I
so
thought-
generous, your highness.
I'm buying rooms. And I stand up and I leave for the table. And I start drinking my ale.
Aye.
And I click it with honor as I walk past Honor.
Damn straight.
I hate ale. And
By
I-
the way, I don't give a fuck. We're business partners now. I'll make us some business cards later.
Exactly. Later, we'll figure it out.
Aye.
Ah, gross.
Fuck it.
Wait, Honor,
To
and I take Honor
dumbassery.
to dumbassery. And I take another sip, like, okay, I can't stand this. Honor, and I take Honor's cup and I pour the rest of it into your cup and fill it up for you.
All
I'm
of it
going
down
to-
again. Doom.
I'm going to bed. And I will...
Have a good one.
Thank you. And I will head upstairs.
Is my contact still here?
Roll a d20, perception check. Good question, yeah. Almost forgot all about him.
Would have been a shame. 14 on perception check.
You see your contact is here, but he's like fucking shit-faced.
Great.
He must have been waiting here a
Just like
long
after
fucking
getting-
time.
Just like after getting stood up.
There she is. Cece, yeah, that's the girl. Yeah, there she is. He walks over to you.
You know,
gosh.
as she's kind of looking around for him, I'm just gonna look over to Cece and just go, you know, it's a pretty terrible date. And I'm just gonna start walking. And before I head up, actually, I'd like to cast just 1 more spell before I go to bed for the night
What are you trying to do?
of detect magic
In the bar?
in the bar, just out of curiosity.
The barkeep sees you starting to... I'll make a perception check with the barkeep to see if you're going to start casting magic. Magic
Like
is kind of like one of
sleight of
those
hand,
things where it's like people know about it, so it's like she rolls a natural 20, she gives you a stern look. She's like, no magic.
It's not bad. It's just for my own safety before I head to bed.
You don't feel safe here? I show you the
I
door.
don't fucking know. Look, there's a lot of assholes in this city. You seem okay so far. But,
Bruno? And she looks over to like one of the bouncers like in the corner. Yeah.
oh, you bastard. I'm fucking fine. I'll not cast it and I'll just go upstairs.
Yeah. The contact like meanders over to you like in a drunken like stupor. Hey, where were you?
If he doesn't leave crying, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Cece, I was waiting for you all this time, but you didn't show up.
Yes. Stupid people got in my way. I'll introduce them to you later. And she's just like obviously stressed out, you know.
Oh, you need a nail?
Is it on you, darling?
He looks down at his half-filled cup. He like hands it over to you.
Fine. She's gonna drink it.
It tastes okay. You know, it's pretty good ale. It's enough to get wasted. You know, there's probably some backwash in it, but it's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's your big friend? He points over to Exodus.
You want to introduce yourself?
It's kind of hard to miss, you know. He doesn't drink very much, does he?
He's a quiet one. He's
Oh.
also stressed, probably like me. And
What the hell happened? You got like a bruise on your cheek.
I know. Tell me about it. And she's just gonna be like sitting there like, she's like, how much do you have on you right now?
He pulls out like 5 copper.
5 copper. Okay.
You need
You
it,
drink.
Capo?
It's fine. You keep it. It's fine. You drink way too much already.
I got enough for another ale.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Okay. He goes into a corner and like orders up another ale from the barmaid. Is anybody else doing anything? I think everybody's kind of going to sleep or something, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I
head
definitely want to
upstairs.
buy CC a drink though to apologize for getting us
Okay.
in so much trouble.
Accident, you coming upstairs too, or you
Ma, you're pretty.
for a bit?
Yeah, I'll meet you up there. Let me just finish my drink.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll save for the bed for you. And if I actually did get a room, I'm gonna, with the window, I'm gonna like lay it out like on the crack in between the windowsill.
You're gonna lay on like the windowsill crack.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, I like
yeah,
that.
Have like the wind blowing. It's like just like talking to myself.
The fresh
thinking about-
like sea breeze from the port, like the smell of sea, like and the crashing of the distant waves, and some of like the patter from the street is heard as you try to doze off into the night. Everybody kind of finishes their drinks and goes up to their rooms, which Adeline has fortunately paid for, in the giant bar.
Yeah. While I am up alone, I'm gonna like just think about like, oh man, what I got myself into. How can I get through this without you guys? I just muttered to myself, like stuff.
As it's almost midnight, the moons in the sky cross over the midway point of the night. Adeline, as you kind of go to bed, you look down at the piece of paper or you're rummaging through some of the belongings, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
you feel the lamp and the warmth of the lamp and the changing temperatures of the
Well,
lamp. And on the side of the...
Adeline's actually going to go into a genie respite and put her ball, like, surrounding things, and then she's going to go into it and hang out in whole vessel of, phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty little space. But she's gonna go into that little vessel, and the interior has like sort of, it's this rounded sort of room, and those cushions and the low table and like blue drapery and stuff. And there is a small in the middle of things, a sort of, it almost looks like a pensive sort of thing. So it's this very wide but kind of shallow bowl filled with an eerie blue like water that sort of glows a similar color to the incense and stuff, and kind of has this sort of fog that goes off of it. And then she's gonna go in there, she's gonna sit down, and because she's in here, she's gonna take one big breath and then yell, "Fuck!" Okay, cool. It's fine, Adeline. You might have pissed off a vampire. That's okay. Cool. You definitely pissed off the vampire subordinates. That's okay. And now you've tied yourself to throwing over a king. Great idea, Adeline. Great idea. Cool. It'll make a great story, though. I can see it now in writing in the future. Adeline Claymore and Emos the Magnificent overthrow a unruly king to put the rightful heir back on the throne and save the day. Celebrations, statues. Yeah, okay, I can do with this. Cool. I could go with hero. Don't piss off the vampire. Fuck, don't piss off the vampire. Cool. Cool.
And you're like laying out your belongings, like getting ready for bed as you kind of go through this stressful monologue. And you notice the paper that Ilarion the vampire gave you.
Yeah.
Of one of the many adventure flyers that sometimes the Adventure Guilds posts. It's been signed, again, like by Lord Ian. Apparently he's opened a mine in the southwest. Apparently there's a beast there that needs to be slain. Maybe an opportunity for you to get more gold.
Cool. Well, step one, I guess, would be this. We kill the beast. We get to enter into court. Influence court. Be subterfuge. Yeah, okay, that can work. Yeah, okay, cool. Now all you have to do is convince the rest of the group that hates you that we should just, kill a beast at the mine.
Meanwhile, while she's cheering to herself.
In her bottle.
Good old.
Yeah, in my bottle.
In her bottle.
For about 3 hours. It lasts for about 4 hours. And I would kind of take a nap there for a bit and stuff and just sort of rest there. And then afterwards, I'll come out and sleep for the rest of the night.
What do you want to do, Arno?
Whilst Arno is laying in his bed before he's drifting off to sleep, he's going to use his last spell for the day to cast another silent image and create the image of a gnomish woman laying beside him as he's falling asleep in tears.
Who's with you in the room? Anyone?
No one. I believe he's alone.
I bought 3. I got my nice room and 3 okay. CC
So I
and
believe he's
Istra
alone.
and Decilian is
So-
excellent. Oh no, that's your payment for being my loyal.
Yeah.
So a part of the some of the lore behind this world is like, if you guys can obviously go in any direction you guys want to, but the Adventurers Guild has been formed, and there's job postings that are up there if you guys are just looking for stuff to do. And to kind of just do a recap, there was also Ilarion talked about an arena fight that could be entered into as well. So it's up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, well, in the morning, assuming we'll continue on, always stop. In the morning, Adeline will first talk to Arno. It's like, I have a great idea.
Well, you got to knock on the door first.
Yeah, Adeline will fetch up early in the morning after she's had her long rest and stuff in the morning. Go knock on the door. I can't make a knocking sound. Like, knock that. It's like, oh, Arno!
What? Fuck! You swear you hear some banging and fucking shit.
Yeah, makes
Pushes
sense.
himself up. You see him come to the door, and he is basically in just undergarments. What the fuck?
So,
Hi.
hi. And I will bend down again I'm squatting down. It's like, so, this is the plan. I need you to be on my side with this. We're going to go. I have a great opportunity that will not only get us money, but get us a chance to be in court, so that way we can interact with the nobles and then drum up support for the rightful heir. The whole shebang, whatever we're doing and stuff. Therefore, to complete the plan so we don't piss off the vampire. Okay, cool. There's a mine being opened out in the forest, and there's a dangerous beast, and we're gonna kill the beast. I think we could totally do it. It's totally
Kill
possible.
the beast, get into court, do something. Right?
Yes. Cool.
He pulls out a gold, flips it. Fuck it, I'm in.
Awesome. I'm gonna go get the 2 other guys on my side.
I'm gonna put on clothes. Adjust his little.
You do that. And
Which,
she
by
was
the
sta-
way, it is horrifying. He is very wrinkly and very old.
she's like, okay, whatever. And she will stand up and she will walk towards the door where she knows that Exton and Decilian is in. And she will knock on their door.
Yeah.
It's Adeline. I have a quick thing that I want to talk to you guys about, like sort of a plan of action. Can I come in?
Sure.
And I
What's
will.
up?
Yeah. Are you guys gonna open the door? I'm assuming if you open, it's like, so here's the plan. And I kind of need you on my side because it's a great plan. And I've actually thought this through, unlike the contract. but that's besides the point. Great opportunity for money and for connections, and I think this is the way we should go.
Alrighty, I'm listening.
There's a mine being opened out in the forest. There's a beast that is kind of messing with the plans. So we're going to kill the beast, get the reward money for killing the beast. And then that's going to give us connections in court, like the noble court and stuff. And then we can go talk to other nobles and stuff, subterfuge and all that.
You're talking about getting like some of a reputation for killing the beast, hopefully getting contacts for that.
Exactly.
Like getting like maybe a noble can like, oh man, these guys are badass. They killed this beast. Maybe we can put it on this mission.
Exactly. And that will increase money stuff. And then at the same time, it give us a chance to talk to the people who may be supporting the other guy, unlike the cult guy, for the whole plan.
Yeah, I feel like this is not a bad plan as long as we keep in contact with CC's boss pretty much to make sure that it's ensured that we're doing something, not just going on our own way and then a month later is like, oh, by the way, sold off the king for 1,000 gold. Cool.
That sounds like a plan. How about you guys be the ones to help me convince CC and Istra? You know what's a great idea? Have a Decillion, you bring up this idea too, Cole. Okay? Cool. Great.
What do you think about the sex then?
Hold on. I was more interested in the tournament.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But I mean, we could do that first, then go on this. Because showing that we can get money is an immediate comfort to CC's boss as well. There's few options that we go. Yeah. Either way, it's not that bad to me.
The problem with the tournament, I kind of flashing. See these hands? Yeah, I'm not good with by myself sort of thing.
Well,
I am a distance person, and I support.
Well, one, they didn't mention it was just hands on, and to the top of that, you see me and him. It's certain that we can definitely do some fisticuffs if need be.
Yes.
Doesn't have to be an everybody thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Just when people say tournament, my mind just sort of goes to clashing swords and broken nails and then a broken hand and then pain and sadness and not happiness.
Which around this time, actually, is when Arno's walking down the hall fully dressed. Someone mentioned pain and sadness?
Yes, mine if we fight in a tournament. But I'm good with whatever. Please do not make me in charge of anything. I had an idea, and I think this is a great idea.
If you think so, you can definitely tell the others. I think it's an okay.
Arno, do you want to tell the two other ladies for me?
Oh, wait. I'd be delighted.
Yeah. No, wait. That might be a bad idea. I think they like you even less than they dislike you.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
Yeah, they hate you more than they hate me. You sure you two don't want to
I only repay it in kind.
Yeah. You sure you two don't want to bring it up to the ladies for me? By any chance?
If you truly believe it's a good idea, then why be afraid to tell these?
They just...
I think it's like me and the Dragonborn. He's very large and he's kind of spooky.
They just seem very put together. And I feel women who are put together.
Well, that's kind of a sign of something in with yourself.
I am aware of that.
It sounds like you need to talk about it.
We all have issues. We all have drama.
Fucking
we all
clearly.
have trauma. I am well aware of my issues. And I acknowledge that I have them. I also acknowledge that I am not in a position to fix them by talking to someone. So instead, I am just going to run around this planet and try to build up my reputation so that way when people hear my name, it's not my parents, it's me, and I am screeching. Okay, I'm going to go back to my room and calm down.
The moment she leaves, I'm just looking at fucking Decillion like, that worked fucking perfectly.
And this is going to be a long journey.
Fucking of course. We are not good with each other in the slightest.
Gosh, it's the morning. I already want to drink.
Oh, of course. In any case, you seem like an alright fellow. Just, I don't know why the fuck we're keeping him alive. What? Do you know why we're keeping him alive? Really?
I personally have good intentions with the people around.
Be honest with me. Do you really think you can overthrow a king? You really think we can overthrow a king? I don't think we can.
I think it's possible, highly unlikely, but if it's for the better of my people, then it's something I'm willing to attempt even in death.
At that point, he reaches out, kind of pats your shoulder a little bit and says, God, you really do remind me of my fucking son. All right. Good luck. He's just going to start making his way downstairs and just writing.
Yeah, I'm just going to follow him.
And I guess that's where we'll end our session.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've had our discussions. Well, that was wonderful.
Oh man.
Just take it away, guys.
I don't know why we are keeping him alive. I am really... It's so much easier to just kill the other king after we've got the money.
Honestly,
so
like
much
plot
easier.
wise, like a lot of it was like improv, you know, as we kind of came along. None of us knew any backstory of
About
like
anyone.
about
Yeah.
anyone, about like Thomas, or like I didn't even know that like he was Istra's brother. Like I had no idea about any of this.
I was just as lost at first when I listened to the stream as you were.
yeah.
I was so fucking lost. I was like, wait,
I was baffled.
the fuck? They're fucking what?
Yeah, I was
That's
like,
a
hold
lie.
on.
I was like,
Yeah,
that's a lie. They're bluffing. I got it. And then the bluff worked, and something dog tree, and I was like, what the
Yep.
fuck? Wait,
Yep.
it worked? What the fuck? I was laughing for like 5 minutes until I realized, wait, no, they're actually siblings. What?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of like had no idea what was going on and just kind of went with this. So I'm kind of like, I'm not really sure where we're going either, to be honest.
You and I both.
That's the fun part.
Yes.
No idea what's happening.
I just been kind of winging it. I mean,
Adeline at this point is really happy that she has some gold. She was like, "Oh, I love this. This is great."
I can't
At the
believe that
same
fucking
time,
I want it. Yeah.
you're so incredibly bad. I bet now that
Arno
she has
is so
a bad,
fucking proud of
like
you.
Cece and Istra got hurt, and that she now has the gold, but she also doesn't want to get rid of it because she likes it, and she's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah,
Arno
like the whole
is
time
so
I was just like,
fucking
wait, we're
proud.
actually taking this piece of paper seriously? Like, what? We don't know
Yeah,
what?
I
I mean,
know.
even
I
though
thought
like,
it was like a
even
running
the-
gag. I didn't realize it would actually fucking work.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you think in that sense, you might think, well, that character might have like a virtue of like keeping up a reputation. So
That
if
is
even
true.
even though like your character thinks like, hey, this is bullshit, to her it's like, well, I'm true to my word to a certain degree, even if it's the fault of my people. So
Yeah, like I can appreciate that bit. She seems
That's probably why
honest
she's a
enough.
Well, but at the same time, it's a Thieves Guild, right? So, and she's the leader. And as a leader, you have to be able to filter through bullshit. And so, just like kind of seeing that she wasn't able to filter through bullshit, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this contract as is." I was just like, "Girl, you're the leader of
I
a
mean, to
Thieves
be
Guild,
fair,
man.
it
You
is-
should know what
it
bullshit
is-
means and what to
It
do
is
when you
also
see it."
pretty dumb to sign a contract when you really, really don't know how it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Arno-
honestly.
Arno has worked in a library for 400 fucking years. He is
Kinda my
making the
fault,
most
maybe.
of writing.
Yeah.
Like, I was honestly expecting her to like see this like contract and just like tear it apart like the moment that she got it. That's what I was expecting. And so when that didn't
so
happen, I was
was
just really
that,
confused.
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, hold up.
I didn't think it'd work.
I mean, at least
It-
our group has money? Question mark.
There's like
Yeah.
a lot of lore behind contracts, I guess. Not to give a cheeseball answer, but if you like think of even about like the Roman Empire and stuff like that,
Mhm.
like contracts were like serious fucking business. That was like one of the pillars of like
Yeah.
what held the whole civilization together.
Well,
And-
that's good to know, as I
Yeah.
am apparently a junior lawyer.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's gonna be your thing from now on.
I'm actually
you
gonna
read-
write this out that I'm a junior lawyer.
Yeah, you're
Like,
paralegal. There you go.
Great.
You're paralegal.
I mean, but legally, even the contract was like there's no substance to it. You know, it's like
I
I,
mean,
guess
yeah.
that was what like I was trying to get at. But
It was kind of one of those things where like you gave your word to pay. So what happened was Istra gave her word to pay Adeline 200 gold. But you are the capo of Istra. So, like, you're supposed to keep her in check, and you kind of failed that. So that's why she beat you.
But, like, I guess, like, yeah, so I guess for Cece, she thought, you know, Istra was doing that, like, as an individual, as a princess, right? But she had no idea, like, she was, like, signing with Scarlet Wolves on it. So I was just like, wait a minute, hold up.
Well, it's
When
like,
did this happen?
you, like, represent the Scarlet Wolves, though, right?
Yeah, but, like, I didn't know that, but Istra does not. No, but Istra does not, and she's the one that
She's
signs
a
it,
she's a
so-
part of you're her capo. So she is your, like, underling that you're, like, watching over.
Mhm.
That's kind of where the idea came from.
I mean, it's okay. I got it, but
Cool.
I thought there was a difference between like individual signing and like I'm signing as a representative of my organization signing. Very different.
She's still like, you know, if she
No.
like,
I'm pretty sure the way I
Yeah.
wrote the contract, it was written to be the Scarlet Wolves and not as her, anyways.
I don't know.
where do you guys
Yeah,
think
so
you
that-
I
guys?
think we have money now, so we'll figure out what we're
It
So
doing.
was-
CC didn't
yeah.
know that. So CC didn't know that Scarlet Wolves were mentioned in the contract. Is how I'm going with it, I guess.
I think Exodus wants to do the
Why?
tournament next week, though.
Yes.
Tournament can be fun. Tournament art can be
Yeah,
fun.
we'll
Although-
talk about it next session.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll definitely need to talk about it more then.
Yeah.
Adeline has ideas. Adeline has almost no backbone for a lot of things. Like, she is very easy to fold for certain things when push comes to shove with people that she's a little bit afraid of. And unfortunately, most put together females, she's like, oh shit, you got your shit together. I
At the very least, Alera
no.
is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Oh no, the most scariest thing in the world: strong women.
Da, 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 da.
The fact that we met someone with a legendary
independent.
action at level
No.
2 is terrifying.
Yeah, no, that did not help at all.
The fact that she had legendary actions and we're level 2
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
terrifying. I was so glad we didn't step in.
I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
my
no,
gosh.
bigger that happens. Like,
shit.
Would
okay.
have not been good.
What
That
was I
would
gonna
have
say?
been like party wipe.
Cool. Yeah, Alarian was one of the. There's like a story behind Alarian and like her whole thing. So there's more to the story.
There's
And you guys can do
answers
whatever you
we
want, right? You
had
guys can go
for
kill
all
Alarian if you
level
want to.
segments.
That's a whole other
I
option
mean-
too. Maybe you guys want to become the leaders of the Scarlet Wolves.
No.
I'm
not doing it.
satisfied just getting the answers on her necromancy.
Honestly, when you said asked her questions, right? And you're like, oh, I have questions about your physique. I was just like, are you trying to get her measurements? Like, you're an old man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
No, he is beyond faithful to his deceased wife. He is beyond faithful,
I was
which
having-
I'm sure you all will discover the full extent of in time.
Okay. I was just like, damn, old man, you want her measurements. Good luck. All right.
I couldn't think of the actual word for it, so I just ran with physique.
Physique. Yeah, I
I
was just
want
like,
it by the centimeters.
yeah.
And
Oh my
Cece
God.
needs
Frank,
gold
like,
to get her
maybe
gun
Frank's
picked.
like,
Oh yeah, this is
True,
true.
actually.
You're right. So I mean,
About
I'll
35
work it out, I
gold or
guess.
something, right? Unless you're gonna hawk it from Adeline.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Let's do
hey.
that.
What happens,
I mean, you can try.
Side note, like, did me and Istra like as like part of the wolves? Did we like start off with any gold? Because if so, like,
No, the wolves are kind of broke, man. Like that was kind of the story behind it. Like that's why you guys got
Yeah.
sent off to get this, and 1,000 gold could easily kind of go towards the wolves and the wolves' purpose to do whatever they want to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
As a vampire, Alarian just can't go out in the daylight either. So she needs you guys to help do stuff for her.
Oh, so it worked out that I was just like, look, these are new bodies. Bodies can do things.
There you go.
So it worked out. Okay.
which also is another reason why we kind of can't have Thomas be turned. Because then he can't go out in the day. And most of your kingly
yeah.
shit is in the day.
Yeah. This is true. I don't know. It was a lot of fun though. I had a lot of fun.
It was.
Hmm.
Fun
It's a lot of fun.
dynamics.
Yeah, for sure.
It's much more fun when the party fucking hates each other.
Oh yeah, we were just like yelling at each other at a certain point. We were just all of us were just yelling at each other. Adeline was yelling, Arno was yelling, Al was yelling. Like,
it's so much more fun.
It was so chaotic, but yeah, it was so much more fun that way. Yeah.
And then eventually they'll come to realize, fuck, I can't fucking do this anymore. Fuck. And then it gets more fun because then they've got to figure out how to work it out.
Yeah.
Then murder.
I think it's totally possible to have good characters and kind of evil characters in the same party, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Straight up, Arno is lawful evil. He has a goal and he is going to reach that goal at all costs. If you guys have to die for him to reach that goal, he will do so.
I don't think you guys should try to PvP each other, but I think you guys should just try to work towards a goal.
He's not actively trying to kill you guys.
It's his mindset.
He knows.
Cool.
He knows it's better to have allies than to not have allies, but at the same time, like, he is single-minded on one goal. Maybe in time you'll figure out what it is. Maybe if you're smart, you've already figured it out. Who knows? But it'll be fun.
Oh, I was going to tell you.
Evil is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you caught on to it, CC, but Larian was talking about turning you into a Dampier as well.
Yeah, I caught on.
Cool.
And yeah, so at that point I was just like, I mean, there's probably a reason why she didn't turn me before, was kind of what I was going with. And now I know it's like she needs somebody to go outside. I mean, if you turn me, who's gonna go outside, girl? You know, right? And
Although
then
it is actually a genuine question. Do they have more than just 2 people? Because that's probably something important.
There's the guy in the bar.
That was it?
I don't know. We're making it up as we go, buddy.
Okay.
I mean,
I got
did
really fucking worried for a minute that they have
remember,
like 5 people left.
No, remember I was just like, oh, you know, the Thieves Guild, like, we're all trying to like live a better life and stuff like that. And I was talking about that at one point. So like, I'm assuming like there's a lot more people.
Strong, I was about to flip my lid.
There's a lot more people, and I guess like we're trying to live a better life somehow. So
what was your favorite part, Decillion?
Yeah.
Oh, this entire thing?
Mm-hmm.
I liked the the interaction between like Arno and like it's there. I mean, I think he brings a very interesting dynamic, especially adding the like lawful evil to it. It definitely throws a wrench into like what would be like a normal like campaign, like I guess not normal campaign, but like a mindset.
A good
throws that
campaign.
away.
I'm the why are we doing this? Yeah. I'm the voice of not reason.
Mm-hmm. So it feels like it definitely brings like a wrench to almost every plan, which I love because that means it's like multiple different mindsets that you're just trying to put. It's like, okay, what's the best thing that we can do? Because not everything's gonna work out so well.
Although I will say, Arno definitely holds a lot of respect for Decillion for holding on to the morals that he kind of chose not to. Like, there's a lot of. Plus, he just reminds him of his son, and that's fucking. It's like upsetting.
It's upsetting.
So I mean, he doesn't see his children anymore. They left.
Oh.
He's roaming the world now. Like, what is he gonna do? His family's gone.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that something that else doesn't make me afraid is there can always be a change of heart in characters, whether that's good or bad.
Yeah.
It's that mindset of like in like old editions, it's all like, oh, you're lawful good or you're whatever. But now in 5th edition, they try to put where like there's like 5 different things, like what's it called? Like values, morals, like there you go. Ideals, bonds, and flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it doesn't put them in categories anymore. It just was designed for that character. So.
Well, we plan to still play next week, guys. Cool. And continue the adventure.
Sounds good.
Who knows where it'll go?
Got it.
What plot hooks the DM will try to throw at you and get ignored or whatever.
Yeah, you might
or just do whatever you guys want to do. Just go try to kill the king, I guess.
Although it is actually probably, I should ask, is there a library in this giant fucking city?
Yeah.
Any library? Okay. Because
it's in the king's palace.
Fuck!
I hope you guys have fun though next week. I won't be here. I'll be at a wedding.
That's right.
Oh, no.
Arno won't be here next week, but he will be here. So how it works, if you guys have to miss a session, I'll play your character. But he'll be kind of in the background. He won't be in the combat or anything like that.
I'm gonna go.
But when he comes back, he'll make his dramatic entrance or something like that. So it's not totally uncommon. They
You
just
got it.
fade in and fade out.
Sounds
And then we have our one shot. That's this Friday. It sounds like Adeline might be able to make it. And that's pretty much it. And you guys are obviously
Got it.
welcome to come as well if you want to come to that one shot. I posted it in the Real Devil thread in our Discord.
You got it.
Glad you guys had fun.
Have a good one, yeah?
Yeah, it was a lot of
All
fun.
right.
Good
Have a
time.
good one, everyone.
Yeah,
You too.
it was awesome.
Sounds good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great night. Bye.